Hello, 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 and welcome to Naturel Havikie. We are a group of Twitch streamers and very good friends that decide, to stream this Dungeons and Dragons game and adventure and journey for all to see. We play the 5th edition system, and we have many homebrew rules thrown in. And today, we're going to want to hope that these guys are what I call experts to the system. Because if you watched last week, you will know that they currently moving along the path towards fighting a dragon by the name of the White Death. So, hopefully, the gang are ready to go, because I'm a little worried for them, I'm not gonna lie. Which, I will be honest, I've said plenty of times to these guys, and all of them, every single time I say it, seem to absolutely smash the encounter. So, we'll see today. Maybe I've, made it a little bit too scary, but we'll find out. Okay, right, so, yeah, let's kick things off with our socials. Mr. Socials and Mr. Apprentice Tech Wizard. Eagle, do you want to take it away?
Hello, everybody. Thank you all so much for being here today. I didn't prepare anything today, which is kind of crazy. I've been moving, as you can tell by the background. It's very different, kind of. But socials. You can go follow us on the Twitter, where we tweet stuff. You can follow us on the Instagram, where hopefully something goes up there today. Maybe in the next couple of days, we'll see. And then you can also subscribe on the YouTube. We post all our previous sessions, like this, the last week's one. So if you missed something, you want to recap on it, you can go watch that, make sure everything's good. And then you can watch all our cool one-shots, everything like that. And on top of that, you can go and join our Discord, where we post, we can talk, we can chat. This is where you guys can find out that we now go live at 8 p.m. for all of us, people who live over here in the lovely Europe. 8 p.m., and 30 minutes later than usual. So yeah, there we go. It's great. That's it. That's all I got. Crazy.
No, that's very good. Thank you very much, Eagle. Yes, for those that are watching on YouTube, or watching in the future, or watching right now, and you're like, hang about, what time is this? Yeah, we are. Unfortunately, my work shift patterns have changed, so we've had to push it back half hour. But we're here, we're gaming, and we're ready to slay a dragon, and I can see it on all of your faces. You look so ready. Every single one. Oh, there we go. Now the smiles come out. There we go. Yeah, everyone's looked terrified, or
We're just sorting out our healing potions off stream.
Uh-huh.
So we're like,
well, don't worry, I will give you all a little bit more time before we have to worry about anything too immediate, as I will be doing the recap for last week. So, our session 69 recap, what a great number. Our session began with the party returning from the Shadowfell, finding out two rather important things. Andros could now summon what appeared to be like a shadowy form of Decatha herself, which appeared to be under his control, and he kind of did his bidding, which was kind of cool. She seemed to be able to attack things and move within the parameters of how far he could stretch his shadow around him. Also, they found out that the lich that they were fighting in the Shadowfell before they appeared through the rift was in fact potentially Ravenson, Mr. Ravenson, from Ravenson's tower in Craddock. The party discussed this for quite a while, but eventually decided that since they had closed the portal to the Shadowfell, he wouldn't be a problem, at least for now. The task at hand was more important, and that was getting those treaties to all the corners of the world, with only a few left to go. As it happened, the Golden Order had just received word that the capital of Kavak had been attacked by the White Death, a fearsome dragon, and a handful of blade singers were sent to the location in which they believed to be its lair to scout the area. While doing this, and hearing about this tale of this dragon, The Iron Vortex was dragged into it, and the party did agree to help out and try and help the Kavakians, as many of them have been injured or worse, perished through this attack. But before they left, Maeve and Erhard had some time with their loved ones, and the party were also offered a reward each for their services to Elenasta. Arcturus chose a favor that he could redeem at a later date. Andros went for something a little bit more simple and asked for some wintry garments and gear for the trials ahead. Also, to potentially hide his ever-growing necrotic arm of his that is growing past the elbow now. So, yeah, he managed to get that arm from view with these wintry clothes. Shion asked for safe passage home when all the affairs were in order. So travel to Quirin, with which they said that they could do so via the ability of transporting through plant life. Also, Erhard asked if there was a way to take him home, back to the Feywild, him and his friend, Luina, and all the other Fey-like creatures that were part of the circus and friends of Erhard. And finally, Maeve, also a little bit more simpler, asked simply for her family to be escorted safely to Arkenvale, where they could stay in the Warden's Rest. Now being exiled from Elenasta, Zeno and his family will have to start a new life. The party then had their wishes granted, and emotional goodbyes were said by Maeve and her family. The next morning, the party, with help from the teleportation magic from the Elenastan druids, stepped through a tree and entered the frozen lands, the bitter cold of Kavok. And as they stepped foot on the light powdery snow before them, they looked out to this winterland winterscape with a blizzard and a snowstorm rolling through. Luckily for them, they were within a forest and were sheltered mostly by the trees. The Golden Order, or the Blade Singers, should I say, and the party traveled a few hours towards the location of the lair and began to set up some sort of safe haven, a base of sorts, at least somewhere where they can plan, prepare before heading towards this lair. I didn't mean for that to rhyme either. But we're going to find out what they're going to do, as all of you are currently stood within Erhard's Leomund's tiny hut. The little bubble which protects you from the storm has quite a nice temperature about it as well, and has melted all the snow, so you are now on dry ground. And as all of you are stood here, Maeve quickly runs out of the bubble and runs off into the forest to go do something, while the rest of you are stood in this little bubble. What's going on?
Why is it so cold here?
You're in. We heard about this before we got here. We were told Kavak is a pretty cold place.
That snow. Have you ever seen snow? You're from the desert.
No, I've never seen snow, which is why I asked for the snivel gear before we got here, unlike some other people in our group.
It's funny how the only two people who are not used to cold at all are the
ones who got it. This is why we are the brains. Ah, man.
Well, to be fair, I don't even know what snow is.
It's warm now.
But you heard it was cold. Okay, yeah, in here we're good, but once we get out there the next day, it's gonna be cold again.
I would say, yeah, you all still have a little bit of a chill because you've just stepped into the bubble.
Yeah.
But yeah, it is definitely a damn sight warmer in this bubble.
I honestly didn't expect it to be that extreme.
What do you mean? We
Well,
were told
you know,
we're going to a cold place.
Yeah, it gets cold sometimes, you know. There's a bit of snow and then it's gone again a couple days later. Like, I didn't know there was like.
Is it that time of year?
You all see.
It's summer.
Yeah, it is summer.
Exactly.
you'll see. You see the Blade Singers having small chats in smaller groups. They seem to be communicating with one another as you see Kellum walk over to your bubble, and as he gets there, he like looks at it and then like just taps the top, and all of you just see him because you can see out of it. He can't see into it as he just kind of like taps the top. He's like, "Hey, are we good?"
I guess would there be like there's up to 8 creatures,
You
right? That could
are
be
allowed
allowed?
8 creatures, correct? Or is it 9?
I think 8.
I think it's 8 plus yourself.
I think it's just 8, but I'm not
Okay,
sure. I
just
need to
double check. But yes, there is 6 of you. No, 5 of you.
Yeah.
Maths.
There's
And
Olaf.
there are 7 of them. Oh yeah, with Olaf that would be
It's Kada.
6. Kada would be
Kata 7.
7.
9 creatures I have.
You have 9, so you can have 2 more. So you could say that you would allow Kellum in if you wished.
That's
Okay,
what I
cool.
wanted to go for.
Yeah, so he goes to knock on it and his hand just passes through and he's like,
You can come in.
You can come in.
It's he just steps in, noticing there's a warmth, and he like kind of like shakes and like bits of snow start to fall off him, and he's just like, "Well, this is real cozy."
Yeah, but it's a limited thing. It lasts 8 hours, but only houses a small space and a few people. So...
Okay. Well, at least you've got plenty of tricks up your sleeve to avoid this winterland.
Well, it's kind of stationary.
Well, still helpful. Anyway, I just wanted to check in. We're thinking of maybe heading out in a few. Pop on by the frozen lake, the frostbitten lake, as they call it, and just kind of get a lay of the land. I have been instructed that members of the tribe have come down here. Just a few, maybe like 10 to 15 tribesmen have come down to this location. I think they were nearby when the scouts were sent. They weren't in Grand Kathos, so I think they're coming to try and, I don't know, lay an ambush or just try and get a general gist of what the hell's going on here.
Well, how can we help?
Well, you see, Grand Kathos was attacked yesterday, like morning. I don't know how quick this dragon can traverse, but we've basically been sent here to gather as much information as possible from its lair to see if it definitely does reside here, and if so, then we can maybe, launch an attack, try to quell this beast.
How far is Grand Kathos from here?
Well, have you got your map?
Yeah, but it's just a picture. So how far is it actually?
Well, you see, if you were to travel it by foot, we're probably talking like depends on the storm. Maybe about 5-6 days. Maybe a week, depending on how bad the storm is. But that's on foot. That's traveling through thick snow, things that you encounter along the road, sleeping in this blizzard, this hellscape.
Would Maeve be able to determine how long it would take her phoenix form based on that information?
Roll me, I will give you a flat wisdom check, purely because you are quite new to the flying side of transformations, so I'll just give you a flat wisdom roll. And that'll be just... Yeah, okay.
10.
You probably think if it's going to take, like, almost a week on foot because of traveling, flying would be easier, especially for a creature used to this climate. If a white dragon is, the affinity of cold, then you're probably gonna surmise it's probably best to fly in these sort of storms. And probably wind direction has a huge impact on this. I'd say anywhere from 2 to 3 days.
Maeve's gonna step outside the bubble for a second, stick her finger in her mouth, and then up in the air to see where the wind's coming from.
Yeah, I will say it's you lick your finger to do that, but as you do that, you realize that the snow itself is helping this. Because the snow is drifting in a certain pattern, and the snow is in fact drifting south. Which you would
Right.
know Grand Kathos is one of the most northern
Northwest.
points of Kavak. So if anything, it's probably going to be more on the 2-day side than the 3-day side.
Well, if it's drifting south, it's got its wind in its back on the way home, right?
So it would be faster.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
So I step back into the bubble and I relay the information as well as saying that if it's traveling south, it most likely is going to be on the faster side.
Yeah, that's well, that's not good.
Question.
Yep.
Have we thought about you said we want to prepare a trap for it?
Well, that's what I think the tribes folk are trying to do. Like I said, there's 15 of them in this
Right.
small little squadron. They've come down to try and look at a way of maybe making this trap, but I'll be honest, I don't know a great deal about dragons. But if this is its home, it's gonna know surely if something's not right.
We
They're
need
not stupid.
we need to lure it in and then not prevent
Yeah.
it from flying again.
With
How
what?
How does one
Well?
trap a dragon exactly?
I have some ideas up my head.
Okay, well this is good because I didn't have many.
Well, I mean, a dragon's kind of smart, right?
Yeah.
It's gonna know if a trap has been set for it. I mean, at least it's probably gonna be able to maybe understand it. But maybe if we set a bait, something a dragon might want to pursue, maybe it would overlook whatever's going on around it and tunnel vision on whatever it's wanting.
Are you volunteering?
Huh?
Are you volunteering? That almost sounds
Yeah.
like volunteering.
I can volunteer.
Okay, but
How-
what do
how
you
about-
have that it wants?
Oof.
You said you're gonna lure it in for like, as bait, like to what if it just lands on you and that's Andros. You know they're big, right?
Yeah, but I have an out.
Okay.
It's a nice little thing I like to call invisibility. As long as you get it close enough, I could then invisible out, pull back while you guys bring the trap upon the
And your footsteps in the snow are not going to keep you away?
well,
He can still sit on you even when you're invisible.
true,
And
but
And
You
smell
probably
you.
smell
I have a thing called what's it called? The sky self. I could make myself smaller to where it's harder for it to, I mean, if it tries to land on me there, but with that I could.
But isn't that more like an illusion?
I was about
Like,
to say, yeah, I think I know a little bit about the sky self myself, and it just makes the perception of you shorter. It doesn't actually make you shorter.
Hmm.
Andros, we talk dragon here. This is like not your regular bandit in a cavern. This is a very, very dangerous and smart creature.
So I have a very
We-
dumb idea for this. What if we set 2 traps? One as a bait, and he thinks he figured it out, and then the second one that he's not expecting.
But my issue would be with the manpower we have. Because okay, the goal is to make sure the dragon can't escape. We want to force it into a fight. Because if the dragon's able to fly throughout the entire time, that thing can just leave once we hurt it too much. That means everything we've done, the people who might most likely be perishing in this whole fight have died for nothing. And then we've literally just lost our chance of beating this dragon in a one-time go.
Here's a thing. Dragons stay in caves, groves, right? Most likely in this weather.
Callum, you mentioned like a temple, right?
Well, yeah, but like, I'll be real. I'm no dragon expert. I'm good at fighting. I'm good with magic, but a dragon's like a whole other deal. Like, I think you guys would probably know better than I.
Do we have something that can keep track of a dragon?
Kada?
Like maybe if we somehow plant something on it, and we could
playing a long, dangerous game here.
Put what on it?
I don't know. It's like, I mean, you guys are magic users. I'm sure you guys have something that can help us track a creature once you plant something on
We're
it.
not trackers.
Let's trace it back first. Like, Callum, didn't they say they found something of a lair or a nest around here, but they couldn't find the dragon there?
No, so apparently there's like a temple of some sort of like I don't know. I think they call them like the Oracle or something. There's a priestess that used to or still does live within like a temple on the other side of the lake in the mountain, but it's not anything like. It's not like a chasm. It's like a small temple. It's like a small little sanctum of sorts.
Oh.
Did she just there on her own?
Well, yeah, I guess.
I mean,
There's
have we?
rumors that she has little ice things that help her, but
Maybe
apparently
she's
they look like goblins.
cooperating with the dragons.
But she's
cooperating with?
friendly, or
How far is this?
Literally the other side of the lake.
Well,
It's the
Then
lake.
I think we have our first lead.
Whoa. First of all, the temple has goblins, right? I don't know if y'all want to be taking on two things at once, but if the goblins are somewhat friendly with the dragon, if we go into this temple, we're gonna have two things we don't have to worry about. One, if the goblins are gonna be wanting to fight us or not for trying to hurt their dragon, and then two, the dragon itself.
I'll be
Andros,
Callum, how long until you
who
want to
said
head
they
out?
were like hostile? You
like an
assume they're
hour.
hostile.
Huh?
You now assume these goblins who are helping this lady are hostile to any of us.
We don't know.
No, so don't think about the bad stuff. We have a dragon to fight. Let's see if she's good.
The only thing I would say is the dragon didn't always live here. Like it I think it came from the treacherous tundra north. Like it's not native to Veritas. It's not from these parts. I think it's traveled south.
So there's a reason it stayed.
Well, it's at least been here for a month or two, to my knowledge. Maybe a little longer, but I think maybe the tribesfolk that are there, that they're at the edges of the lake. I think they're waiting for us, but they may have more information than we do.
maybe we talk to them first.
Exactly.
Maybe they know more.
Yeah, the guy in charge is Ulfric Stormhand. And then you've got I think second in command, if for whatever reason he's not there, Zanester Hollowgate. But they are they're tribesfolk. They're not.
What do you mean by that? Like, you say that in a particular way.
They have a certain way of dealing with things. They are a little more barbaric, one would say. They probably wouldn't take kindly to, no offense, Arcturus, but someone of your literature speaking to them.
Well, no worries. I can
I
be
just mean-
quiet.
I mean no offense, truly. I just mean that they, if, I don't know, you said something they didn't understand, maybe they might misinterpret things.
I think we have a perfect solution for communication with a tribe like this. It takes
Oh, great.
some different a different approach, maybe a bit rough. Look at Andros. Oh come on, you love a good ramble. Come on.
I let sparks fly with
No,
Prince.
no, guys, I'm not the talker. We've been through this. You guys get mad at me when I talk.
Yeah.
It's not talking.
It's probably the
using
same
your
with them.
fists.
Wait, these guys are tribespeople, right? These guys are tribespeople?
You don't have to kill them, but hey, if they want, I don't know, gain our trust, we gain their trust. How about a brawl between their champion and our champion?
I'm
Who's
gonna-
our champion?
If we're potentially fighting a dragon soon, I think a brawl should be literally
That's
on
what
like
I'm saying.
the bottom of our cards.
Okay.
Okay, I'll go speak to
favorite
them.
arm
I'm from a tribe. I understand, tribe things. So I'll give it a whack. I'll talk to the person in charge here. And we just want them to help us. That's pretty much what we want. What are we
They're
talking
already helping us.
Okay.
I'm just saying that they may have more information than I do. I'm
Oh,
not
cool.
from.
Oh, I'm a professional investigator. I've solved so many crimes in my time. I could definitely investigate this more with these guys, and we could find out what we need to find out.
You want to roll a deception check?
No, it's obvious. I definitely not. It's Andros is very nervous at the moment.
Callum's kind of just like,
Yeah.
like just looking at you when you're talking about solving crimes.
Yeah.
When
Maeve's
they,
also visibly sighing, like,
when we get close to like roughly 10 minutes from when they want to go, I would like to start my ritual of Phantom Steed, because I just don't want to walk.
Okay.
Okay.
What steed are you summoning?
It's essentially, well, the fanciest steed I know, a unicorn.
Okay, so does it look spectral or does it look like a unicorn?
Well, it looks-
How would the magic fold with that one?
As it appears, it would have like a shimmer around it, but and that kind of remains, but like more towards like normal looking.
Yeah, but like a
unicorn.
shimmering, like wild magic essence
Yeah,
sort of to it.
yeah.
Okay, yeah, cool. I like that. That's cool. And you're doing that via ritual, is that correct?
Yes. So
Okay.
11 minutes.
Not a problem. Yeah. So yeah, as that starts to happen, that's what you guys do. But yeah, Kellum like hangs about if you guys want to talk anymore, but otherwise we'll start rounding up the blade singers.
Yeah. We're ready to go, I guess. I'm just gonna real quick. I'm gonna get the dragon arrow prepared in my whole like my quills or wherever the thing's called where I keep my arrows at.
Quiver.
Yeah, the quiver. Yeah. And I'm still trying not to use it, so it's in there because I'm sure everyone's gonna ask about it. But I'm definitely not trying to use it.
do we not see you do that?
Huh?
Do we see you do that?
You guys see me put it in like the quiver where it's ready to be used.
The dragon quiver?
The arrow.
Dragon arrow.
Yeah, the arrow that we bought.
Yeah, okay.
y'all
'cause
want
it
me
was
to
on my
use-
sheet.
Yeah.
That was on my sheet,
You-
so you have it.
Give it to me. Yeah.
I believe you did give it to him in the shop.
Okay.
'Cause I told you I didn't wanna use it.
remember, But I was like,
Yeah. It's
okay,
fine. I
that's
got
fine,
it. I got
that's
it.
So
Okay.
the only thing I would like to do, but just a technicality, is I'm gonna put Keda inside my shirt.
Yep.
I'm gonna ask her to keep me very warm to raise her body temperature a bit, so I won't freeze to
Okay.
death in the outside of the blizzard.
Okay, you know what? Yeah, if I ask for any con saves regarding being in the Winterland without wintry clothes, I'll give you advantage because you're using Kada's body heat, and the fact that Kada is a dragon would be a little bit hotter. I will allow that. Yeah, sure.
Oh, thank you.
Not a problem. Just remind me if it does come up. Okay,
Will
cool.
my steed also give me warmth?
Unfortunately, you ride atop it, so if anything, you would probably be more open to the
Or
elements.
more exposed?
But I won't give you disadvantage because I'm not that mean.
That's nice of you, thank you.
okay.
It has body warmth too.
Yeah.
Just in the meantime, Maeve would have gone out of the bubble with a trap. a little bit out of the way, notified everybody like where the trap is, and just set it up with some rations next to it. See what happens.
Yeah, if you come back later, yeah, there might be some food.
Yeah.
Cool, perfect.
Cool.
Absolutely fine. You know what? Roll me a survival check just randomly. Let's
What,
see
me?
if,
Or-
yeah, you, please.
13.
Okay. Okay. I was gonna write something down. I still will.
She trapped a dragon.
Ah, you saved us all.
With a trap.
A little bear
was a
trap.
trap all
Yeah.
along.
Okay, cool. Awesome. Okay, so you guys divvy out your potions. Why don't, as you're all thinking about dragons, why don't you all roll me a history check to see if anything kind of
Yeah.
triggers in your mind?
Personally, I was trying to like frivolously find
Wow.
notes for like intelligence check or
Yeah.
something because we did read about dragons at some point. Or
You
I
did at one-
specifically
yes.
did find
This
some
is so
books on
wrong.
it. I
This
just
is
don't
so
find
This
it.
wrong.
makes no sense. How has this
This is
happened?
wrong.
How is
This
this?
is wrong.
The world is an anomaly has occurred.
Yeah, I will say, as you're thinking about this, Shion, you've read more about brass dragons, and you've read more about silver and gold, because, you know, they are the colors of precious metals, and they're the ones that always kind of stood out to you as being impressive, at least for you, because they used to sparkle in the sunlight and they would shine and shimmer and they were like glorious, and you always kind of saw yourself as a bit of a golden dragon yourself, you know, with your fire spells and everything, and you kind of always had that sort of like, yeah, if I was ever a dragon, I'd definitely be a golden dragon. And that's kind of like, you know, maybe there was a schooling of some sorts previously where you had that. Maeve, unfortunately, you've heard of them, of course, and you know them to be big, ferocious beasts, and they breathe different elements because you're interested in the elements and stuff, but not really understanding how they act, their intelligence, and that sort of thing. Erhard, you have heard of many mythical creatures, but for some reason, dragons never really interested you too much. You were more into, you know, unicorns and, you know, the Feywild type of things. And although there are dragons within the Feywild, there's so many more cooler things in your opinion, so it's not really something you looked into too much yourself. Arcturus, you would know with a 12, not very high, but you would know with that 12 that dragons tend to have good and evil sides, which, Shion, you also would know this. And you would know metallic dragons tend to be the more good inclined, whereas chromatic, which are like plain colors like white, green, red, definitely in line with more evil characteristics. So you would know that this one is probably, you know, on that side, hence why he has attacked a capital city and killing people and such, and probably got the name of the White Death, which isn't a particularly kind name. But Andros, you haven't encountered many dragons in your time, but you did spend quite a lot of time upon the Bayrock Isles. And while you were on the Bayrock Isles, you heard many tales of dragons that used to travel between Quirin and the Bayrock Isles across the Serpent Seas. You heard that most of the dragons that traveled there were brass, reds, greens, golds, silvers, and all of which seemed to have a higher intelligence. You did, however, come across someone that reported that they saw a black dragon many years ago. And that one person that told you this told you the hierarchy of dragons in based on how intelligent they are and how powerful they are, as there does appear to be a chain. White dragons do appear to be at the bottom of that chain. But the reason they are at the bottom of that chain is not because they are less ferocious, because they are just as ferocious as the rest of them. However, they have the least intelligence. You know them to be more bestial, more primal. They are hunters. They are more animalistic. They don't have the intelligence and the drive to make bargains and treaties and trade. They hunt to kill. They hunt to feed. And, if anything, are probably the least predictable. Because you can't reason, you can't bargain with them. They will just attack for attacking's sake.
Would I be?
So as you gain, yeah, I'll say you guys get that like 11 minutes of hard casting his spell, and you guys start to ponder on this and have a little bit of like alone time where you kind of just think about these things or packing your gear and making sure you've got everything. Yeah, that's what comes to you, and you remember these conversations, and probably you had quite a lot of them on your boat journey to Veritas as well, because there were tales being told along the seas and all that sort of stuff. So you'd have picked up a few of these bits as well.
I will relay that to the party, and I'll let them know. Like a light bulb.
Will just kind of ramble under his breath. Ramble? Whatever, like mutter, that stuff. About like all kinds of different colors of dragons that he read about, and like nothing that actually helps. But you know, do stuff.
Well, I'm telling you, this is very helpful. They're not the brightest dragons. They're lower on the intelligence pole. I mean, they're less predictable though. I mean, so we might want to.
Are you a white dragon?
Who?
No, it's okay.
So
Okay.
maybe it's more like an owl bear that can speak, right? Because dragons can
eyes.
speak
Maybe.
and breathes eyes and has wings, but like on that ferocious scale.
So we know no matter what, we're not gonna be able to talk our way out of this one.
Probably not.
No, this is we're gonna fight this thing, which is great.
Andros, do you know as well if it's good or bad against fire, since we're also heavily fire orientated?
Would I know this?
As your total roll was just a 20,
Yeah.
I will say not.
Okay. Okay.
Well,
You do not know if it has any vulnerabilities.
Right.
Erhard will kind of, again with the whole muttering, but in the books he read, white dragons were associated with cold and red dragons with heat, like red and gold dragons with fire and heat. So maybe, but I wouldn't count on it.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Do you counter cold with heat, or do you counter heat with cold? Like, which one? I don't know who wins.
Well, if you cast a fireball on an ice berg, you melt it, right?
Well,
And if you cast water on fire, you douse it.
a card game I used to play back where I came from. They had these little monsters on these cards, and usually they have weaknesses. And the fire cards were able to beat the ice cards. So I would think fire beats ice, or my whole life has been a lie, and this thing doesn't make no sense.
Your
So-
tribe is a very curious tribe. I
They're
must
great.
say.
We played card games, little creatures
You
and
read
stuff.
books,
I had this
and,
cute little elephant, which is, kind of ironic. He was
Fly, I
he was
guess?
like the earth thing, and it was so cool. It's so adorable, so cute.
Wait, as an elephant, you
Everything?
use an elephant as a slave?
No, he was my card, my little card we had.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
card
oh,
game.
wow.
Yeah, it was really fun, really fun. Good game. I need to go find those cards. I don't know if they have them anywhere in Veritas. Probably not, because it's a
I
tribe
picked
thing.
up a couple random cards at some point. I just throw one at you.
Cool.
You use a card?
Yeah, I have like a card, like random cards that I picked up from like a fight sometime, like
Okay.
two random cards. I just throw one at
Okay.
them.
Okay.
Is it like this?
No,
Oh,
definitely not. But I'll keep it.
thought we could play.
But yeah, I'm just, putting out there. I've been
You still
traveled.
have,
I'm a traveled person.
You still have Asriel's calling card, right?
I never had it.
You had it, isn't it, mate?
Yeah.
No, it was taken off me because in case we needed it whilst I was in beast form, remember? And I think Andros took it off me.
Oh yeah, yeah, that was part of that discussion.
Okay, I guess I have the. Yeah, I'll look through my
I just
bag.
wanted to remind
I'll
you.
look through
I
my
can take
bag,
it back,
and
but-
I'll-
Is it on your sheet?
Oh, don't you screw us over, man.
Because you've done a lot of shit since you got that card.
We only got it last session, I think.
Definitely wasn't last session.
Definitely wasn't last session.
The session before, but then it was in the cave.
Oh, I wasn't
think-
here that session then.
That's why it's on.
It was either in the forest before we went into the rift.
We
Or in
talked
the
about
cave.
it. We
I don't
talked
know.
about it, but I didn't. I didn't take it because we decided not to. You definitely still have it because I didn't take none of your stuff from you.
Then Maeve has it. What?
Because we talked about it because we had a discussion before session saying.
Dave, roll me a d20.
Oh, here we go.
Hey. 4.
Andros, roll me a d20.
Okay.
Rollies.
11.
Okay. Andros, you find the card in your pocket.
Okay.
If you'd have rolled below a 10, the card was gone.
Ooh, okay. I pull out the card and I'm like, I guess one of us is
told
lucky this
you.
time. One of us is lucky.
What do you
One
mean
of us is lucky.
I told you. How did you forget?
It's okay. It's
It
okay.
was yesterday.
Calm down, okay? A lot has happened. Chill. I have the card. That's good, okay?
Okay.
Now keep
Should
the
you
card.
keep it?
Don't.
I will keep it and I will put it I'll put it in like cuz I definitely have satchels on my belt. I'll put it in one of those like in a very safe spot.
Then I will say, Eagle, make sure you write it on your
I am
sheet.
doing that right now.
Because if it's not on there, I may not be as kind next time.
Yep,
And I thought
I-
I was being mean.
Yeah. It's on my sheet. I just gotta
On
look.
your sheet?
Yeah,
Lose
Right.
it.
I gotta look how you spell this thing.
It's all good. Just put Ashriel card, or just put
Asshole.
Ash card, asshole card, whatever, hell
Asshole.
card, whatever you want.
We see how I spell this real quick. It's
Yeah, the whole chat can see as well.
yeah. So there should be no reason this is
There it
misspelled.
right there. chat.
Yeah, yep, there it is. Everyone can see it. There it is. All right.
Okay. Yeah, and then I would say as you have this conversation, you start to see a few of the blade singers moving out.
Okay.
They splitting off into threes, and Kellum stays with you guys. So two sets of threes go ahead,
Hmm.
and then Kellum stays with you.
Okay.
Almost as if maybe traveling as one huge group.
Is a bad idea.
If it's nearby, it could spot you. So he's trying to minimize that.
Okay. Should we? Do we have? I'll ask Kellum. Do we have to split up too, or are you gonna want us to split up in teams of three?
I just think if the bigger group is spotted, at least the others could maybe get a jump. But it's up to you. If you guys are happy to maybe split into threes too, I can stay with the set of two.
The issue is, I don't think we all know where we're going. I don't want us getting lost in the snowstorm.
I can
Okay.
I
Well,
can make us pretty stealthy, but only for an hour.
What, everyone?
As long as you stay pretty close to me, yeah, 30 feet.
Okay, let's do that then. It shouldn't be much longer than an hour at most. So
Okay, sure.
Okay.
We'll do that.
And Maeve will cast Pass Without a Trace.
Ooh,
very
um,
nice.
like that.
Within 30 feet of her, I guess for the sake of how this looks, in this case, we all become a little bit more white
Nice.
and
Yeah.
blend
So
into the
It's
environment.
like camo.
the magic kind of makes it look like the storm is maybe a little stronger here on the outskirts. So yeah, you guys can kind of see out of it, but the storm looks a little bit stronger, which is giving you that concealment. And I believe for the next hour, everyone gets a +10 to their stealth
Mhm.
roll.
Yep.
And
Let's
we're
go.
untraceable unless by magic.
Correct, yes. Okay, well that's perfect because I'm going to want everyone to make me a stealth check, please, as
Hey.
you guys travel through. And Kellum is with you guys, so I'll make him make that check as well. There he is.
14 plus 10 is 24.
Still got disadvantage.
Yeah, you do. But at least it's an 18. That's not too bad. That's pretty good. Okay, I'm gonna roll for Callum. Does he get any advantage? I don't. No, he doesn't. Okay, cool. But he's not too bad at stealth. Oh, let's not put it to GM. Let's do it to public. Okay, that's not terrible. Okay, yeah. So as you guys start stealthing through, your lowest roll is in fact a 15, and your highest is a 32, which is insane. Oh my lord! How did you roll? Oh my god, Andros rolled an 11. Wow, okay. Yeah, so we have a 24, a 21, an 18, a 32, a 15, and a 21. You guys definitely succeed with a DC of 20 for the group skill check. So you guys have more above than under. So you guys succeed. Okay, as you guys are traversing through and... Yeah?
As we are going, noticing that some of the others don't have cold winter stuff, I'll just I'll like kind of basically just toss my jacket on the Maeve, just in case. My winter coat. Yeah, whatever the winter. Yeah, winter gear.
Okay. Sure. I will have. Ooh. I'll have everyone roll me a con save bar Shion then, because Shion, you are wearing the clothing. You're all good. Arcturus, you get advantage. Maeve, you will get advantage. Andros, you will roll a flat roll. Ahad, you will roll a flat roll.
But
and Ahad, just to double check, you're on a steed, right?
Yeah.
I need the unicorn to make me a stealth check as well, then, please. So, just roll a d20, and I'll look up, unless you have access to it, but I don't think
it's
you do.
a horse sheet, apparently.
Oh, okay, cool.
I think doesn't this belt give
16.
me advantage on con stuff? It shouldn't.
Poisonous stuff, I think.
Oh, just poison?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's fine.
Okay, so I said a
riding horse, apparently.
Okay, what did you roll?
16.
So that's a 26. Yeah, you're all good. Not a problem. I don't think it would have mattered anyway, but it's still fun to roll. But I will need the unicorn to roll me a con save as well. So roll me it's a +1 to the roll.
So I roll d20 again for the unicorn and then my con save, I guess.
Yes, please.
Oh my lord, that's a 6 for the...
Okay, that's a 6.
I get...
Arcturus, you get
16.
advantage, so you're a 22, you're good. 16 is good. An 11, I think an 11 fails, because I think the DC was 12. Yeah, it was. Andros?
Yep.
You definitely don't get to add anything?
I don't think I have any item that does anything here.
Just double check for me, because if not, you will suffer 1 level of exhaustion.
So does the riding horse.
So does the riding horse, correct.
Not from what I'm seeing.
Okie dokie. Yes, you have 1 level of exhaustion then.
Okay.
Meaning that you're you don't have anything like Loxodon related for cold?
Loxon doesn't get anything for cold.
Skin or something.
It's no, that's just for
it's just okay.
con or for added AC.
Then in that case, I'm afraid that you have a disadvantage on all ability checks.
Okay.
So skill checks, so stealthing, and all stuff like that, it's all going to be disadvantage, I'm afraid. That means initiative is disadvantage as well.
Yeah.
So all stuff like that. Okay, cool.
Can I ask, how does that look to us? Like, is it visibly like he's got the shivers and he doesn't look well, or?
He's fatigued, so he is just tiring much quicker than everyone else.
Okay.
Probably because he took the cloak off and put it around you. You definitely get the sense that he is used to warmer climates. Like, you know that Andros is from a desert, and he's currently walking through a blizzard. Yeah, he's not used to this sort of thing. So
I'm just gonna take it off and give it back to him. I'm okay. I'm used to colder weather than you are.
I'll take it. After that, yeah, I'm putting it right back on. Woo!
Would you have done it before the hour trek?
I would think so, because
I would argue
Andros.
you wouldn't have seen Andros fatigue until the end of this hour.
Yeah, that's true.
So,
well, I mean, whenever
the
it
end-
would have made sense.
yeah,
Whenever
okay.
he looks like he's getting cold.
I'll say then at the end of this hour's walk, that's when you give him it back. So yes, you are still exhausted, Andros. So yeah,
Okay.
you're just very, very cold.
Yeah.
And you guys pull up to what looks to be like some like embankments. They're like snow embankments. Maybe there's some rocks or something nearby, but it's all covered in snow. And you can see that there are some bushes and some trees which have like they come to an end on this embankment, and you can see just over the top of the embankment through the tree line like some large mountains in the distance as this snowy blizzard seems to be drifting through. And as you get about, I'd say 50 foot from the embankment, Kellen puts out a hand, and Andros, you would spot this as well. You see some figures stood behind trees up ahead. But as Kellen puts out a hand, he then puts a hand to his mouth and whistles. And as he whistles, you see a tribesman step out from behind a tree, as if they were anticipating maybe something else coming. And when they see, they nod and look towards you, and you all start heading towards them. And you see there's only about 13 of them. There seems to be a few less than what you originally had anticipated. And looking at them, they look like they've seen battle at least within the last few hours. They don't look like they're fresh, daisied, ready to go. They look like something probably interrupted them along the travel here. And yeah, as you get towards them, you see this large, like 6'4" human male with large shoulders, tattoos on one of the arms that is completely bare. There's no armor or hide or anything on it, but the rest of his body is covered in these pelts and various leather strappings and like random pieces of metal which is like wedged into it. And behind him, dragging through the snow, you see this large sledgehammer which he's just like dragging through with him. And in the snow you can see this like blue ichor leaving this trail from the hammer itself, as if whatever he killed a few hours ago is coming off with the snow and the moisture from the snow onto the hammer. And he rests it up against the tree and he says, "So, Elenasta sends their aid. It's about time. But I do not recognize what you wear." And he gestures to the rest of you.
Hello. I'm Andros. We're the Iron Vortex. We just got back from helping the Elenaster region out with a problem, and they asked us if we'd be willing to come up here.
We're the delegation from Arkenville. We're also here to help.
Yeah, that too.
Well, that is good to hear that Kuvak has not gone unnoticed. We will be very grateful for your aid. Ulfric Stormhand. And he gestures a hand out. And you can now see, when you look at his hand, there are what looks to be like charred lightning marks across his arm. And as he puts his hand out, he like gestures to like someone to shake, probably towards you, Andros, as you were the one that spoke first.
I'll shake his hand.
Yeah, and you feel like a proper like hardened grip as he grabs your hand. He's like, "Well, it's good to see that there are some magical practitioners." As he looks towards Arcturus and Erhard and Shion expectingly.
As he says that, I get off the steed and kind of tap it on the rear end to kind of run off into the woods, and or like whatever vicinity that's away, and it kind of starts fading as it runs off.
Oh, I guess he's not helping.
Yeah, he's just a temporary friend.
Very well. Well, my people, we not know much of magics. A little tampering here and there, but I think A beast such as this, we may need that arcane gift that some of you may have.
My kind of people, not much magic.
Well, it's not really by choice.
Same.
Many people that have magic do not have strong muscle and brawn like us,
Exactly.
nomadic folk,
Yeah.
unable to survive such harsh winterlands.
Yeah. I get it.
If you don't mind me asking, what type of magic is it that you think will work?
I'm not sure, but it is
Any-
good to have some.
You know of any weaknesses?
We're good with fire.
Fire! He likes the cold, so maybe fire will work, but unsure.
Like the cards I used to
Okay.
play. This is good. Do you have any information for us regarding this dragon? Maybe anything before we should know beforehand?
I have not fought dragon, but know of people who have that did live.
Oh.
They say that if you get too close, there is a chilling, frosty aura around dragon.
Yeah.
If you are more of a melee fighter like myself, apparently the bitter coldness around him is frosty.
If we're wearing winter gear, we should be good though, right?
I do not think so, friend.
Oh, that's great.
This is powerful beast.
Yeah.
Maeve's gonna look at his hammer and like, what happened?
Oh, Bazir came down from mountainside, tried to kill us. We made short work of it, but it got one of ours, and another's wounded.
Bazir? What's it?
It's like lizard creature, blue, lightning shooting out of mouth. Not good.
Nice.
I reached into creature's mouth, ripped out tongue. Want to see?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome.
He like moves his like pelt to one side, and you just see this gnarly looking tongue covered in like this blue ichor. And then you realize that the reason he's got the scorch marks on his hand is because he reached into the mouth of the creature that is shooting lightning out of its mouth. And he's like, this seems to be like tattoo, people call it. I like.
You are now my new favorite person.
Very nice.
Hey, Stormhand by name, now by nature too.
Yeah, I like it. Sweet.
Well, like I said, it is a pity that not all of my men are here, but there are 13 of us still strong.
Sounds like the type of amount to kill a dragon with.
Well, if that was the case, we wouldn't need you, friend.
Do you already have a plan?
Yes.
What is the plan?
We lower it down to lake. We
How?
cut it up and kill it.
How are we gonna lower it down?
Well, it seems to have a taste and liking for our people now, so...
So bait.
Well, unless you have another plan, friend.
Wow, it's almost like someone made this plan earlier. That is awesome. You know, it's just like, you know,
It's not safe plan.
no, not a safe plan.
Cannot think of another way to bring
Yeah.
it here, unless maybe we could find out what it likes to hoard. All dragons have hoards.
True. That would take days, probably, right?
Well, we'd have to find where it keeps stuff.
Yeah. How about the temple? I've heard there's a temple across the lake. Can you give us some
Do
information?
not go near temple.
Why? Why not? If I may ask.
Tainted ground. Unholy.
Okay. Have you seen a dragon go near there?
Well, might have done. Would not fit, though. Not
Right.
place for hoard.
And what makes the temple unholy?
A lady of lake.
Okay.
Old omens used to say she could know your future, your past. Apparently, she has powers beyond this realm. Allows her to peer into things that have not happened yet. But, somehow, able to control little tiny ice goblins.
Yeah, we heard about that.
Swarms of them. They're like minions. Easy to crush, but when there's like 10, bother.
Yeah. Is she just attack on sight? Does she at least like is she a talkative person?
Not seen her maybe 20 years.
Right.
Lives in temple, never leaves.
Wow. Okay. Sounds
She
like
could be dead.
Could
Wouldn't
be.
know.
yeah. Okay.
But she might be the best lead on, information. Because she's
True, but
near.
yes, but if you try to cross lake too far, goblins will come out of lake.
Oh.
Lake goblins.
I live in the ice.
Ah, that doesn't sound fun.
Just to go back to the plan for a second.
Yes.
If you have the bait and you get the dragon to come down for it on the lake, how
Yes.
do you keep it down?
Well,
We
It's a
can't
good-
go close. We're on a lake. We don't
Well-
have any cover.
well, you can go close, but you'll just hurt.
Yeah.
Wait, can dragons breathe underwater? Maybe we can drown it?
I don't know.
Put a weight on it for some. Get it bogged down for some.
Have to break the ice first.
Also,
That shouldn't be too hard. We can just melt it.
how far have we seen the dragon in this area recently? Do we know it's coming this way? What is the projected time we have until we have an idea when this dragon will be here?
Oh, you'll know. You see storm.
Yeah, I see storm.
Gets worse when it comes.
Oh, that's even
So when
better.
storm picks up,
Yeah.
you know it's coming.
Okay, so so are we just gonna be chilling here until then? Waiting? Like what is the what do we want to do from here?
Well, you see, look, come take a closer look at the lake. And he
Okay.
steps up onto the ledge on the embankment, and he, like, pulls the hammer up over his shoulder and just, like, points out towards this lake. And as you all come up, you see a vast lake. It is very big. It's probably, like, a mile, maybe longer, in just length. Like, a good couple of miles, maybe. And littered throughout, you see humanoid figures dotted all over the lake. Andros,
Did
you've got
it-
a high enough perception. You see these people are all frozen solid. As if statues or trophies of things that have tried to come.
Okay, the people frozen there, were they trying to go? Was this the dragon or was this the temple?
Many of my kin tried to battle this dragon now for quite some time. Those that come here don't return.
Okay, has the goblins ever done anything about the dragon, or they just kind of don't want to mess with it?
Wouldn't know. Nobody survived.
What if we get the dragon near the temple?
You could try,
Could we not? Maybe the goblins will get up and maybe
but then you fight goblins and dragon.
Rue, unless they think the dragon's the bigger threat, right? Because obviously the dragon has to be seen as a more threat than us. And when they just
Depends. If Lady of Lake sees dragon as threat, then she might attack. If she doesn't see the dragon as threat,
That's a big risk. Yep.
you are a threat.
Yeah, it's not a fun.
Dragon cannot fit in temple.
We can.
You can fit in temple.
Yeah.
You know what you said about
What?
hoarding?
Yes.
It would hoard its stuff and its lair, probably.
Well, yes, the little knowledge of dragons that we have, they like to hold riches, treasures, you know?
So, do we have an idea of where the lair could be?
You tell me. And he gestures towards the lake.
Maeve's gonna look up into the sky and see if there's any birds around.
Okay, I'm not even going to make you roll for this because this is rather clever. Because it is a storm. It's difficult to see visibility. But there is not a sense of wildlife in this vicinity. The last thing you saw within the past maybe 30 minutes plus was that one unicorn that Erhard sent packing.
Could I roll?
What you do see, which, sorry, before you go
Yeah.
on, with these tribesfolk, there are 3 goats, large mountain goats. They're like giant goats, carrying like supplies and bags. But other than that, everything else is like, there's no trace of any wildlife.
Okay, but the goats have come with the tribe.
Yes.
They've traveled with the tribe. Okay.
Mhm.
No, it was worth a try. I was gonna ask the birds if they knew, but there's none around to ask.
There's a mountain like near the lake, like along the lake.
Well, you
Is there?
can, if you look at the map
Yeah.
which you guys are on, you can see there's a mountain around, like
Can
a
I-
U shape around the whole lake.
Can I study the mountain and can I see if there's any opening that's big enough that I would think a dragon could get into? That's like near the lake.
I'll say roll me a perception check with disadvantage.
But I
because
have-
it is quite a distance.
Oh, but I have the thing that gives me advantage, so it'd just be a normal
And flat.
roll.
On sight.
But you also
the
have
shield.
this
Mm-hmm.
The
but-
shield. So
exhaustion.
flat roll.
With exhaustion.
Doesn't matter because if you have advantage and disadvantage and then disadvantage, it just cancels each other out. One
Okay.
advantage and 7 disadvantages doesn't matter. You just flat roll.
Okay.
13.
You start looking around,
Yeah.
and the storm is troublesome. It definitely means that it is a little bit more difficult to perceive things. There does look to be a couple of like larger openings per se, but you don't see like an actual cavern or a chasm or anything like that itself. You do see in the lake, there are a couple of chunks of the lake which appear to be water, as if parts of the lake may have like the ice has broken and
Yeah.
shifted, but primarily most of the lake is frozen over.
Okay. With that being said, knowing that I'm a bit exhausted, I'm just gonna. Is there like a tree nearby? I'm gonna sit against a tree and try to get as much as a rest I can to maybe hopefully shake off this exhaustion before this dragon comes in. Because we don't have a time when this thing's showing up. So I'll get my snow jacket, my winter jacket like zipped up, try to get as warm as I can, and just lean against a tree and take a nap.
Okay.
And I'll be nice. I will cast like the fire thing.
No. I'll tell him no. Fire's you're gonna light up our whole area. No, I'll be fine. Do not give away our position.
Okay. But just saying, it's cold. We need to move soon.
Just wake me up when we're ready to go.
Maybe fire will lure the dragon. Isn't that exactly what we wanted?
Well, Maeve, didn't you kind of reckon that it's gonna take the dragon a while to come back here?
I said it might be quicker than expected. The wind is actually heading this way, so if it's traveling from north, it's gonna be faster than it was on the way there.
But it's not just arriving within a couple hours, right? Like it's
Well, if the attack happened yesterday morning and it's now the next day, we could have anywhere from an hour to another half a day, I reckon, with the wind in its back.
Yeah. Okay.
So, smart people,
Haha.
what are we thinking?
Personally, I'm not much for ice goblins, but I feel this lady, maybe she doesn't like the dragon having a horde. Like, the dragon moved here recently. She was here before. Maybe she doesn't like the new neighbor.
Then she would have done something about it, don't you think?
Well, maybe she can't, but maybe she would help.
Unless she don't have a reason for it. But maybe we can, like, I don't know, the enemy of my enemy is our friend.
That's what I'm thinking.
Maybe. But
We
she
can
does
come-
say, I don't know, it just gives the vibes that as long as no one bothers her, she's not gonna bother you. And if the
Yep.
dragon doesn't bother her, then what is it to her to help us?
Well, I
fight
feel
it.
personally like if I had like a nice remote place to myself and suddenly a big ass dragon moves in and attracts all kinds of people and all kinds of traffic because they want to slay a dragon or something, doesn't sound like the best, buddy.
And there are like 13 tribes people now. Soon they're gonna be 12, 11, 10, 9. You know where I'm going. And there's only one person left on this island who can be a potential food source. And that's
So-
herself. So
Okay, let's look at this differently. Are we gonna spend the little time that we have fighting our way through ice goblins to have chances on her either helping us or trying to kill us, so then after that still have to slay the dragon somehow?
well, like
I
I
don't
suggested before, we now assume that the goblins are evil. And that they will attack us. Like Grint was also a goblin. He didn't attack us.
Like maybe
After
as long
the
as
set.
we don't attack them, they don't attack
Oh,
us.
they're not like real goblins. You smash, they turn to ice.
So they're magic.
But maybe don't smash them.
Yes, more like magical minions.
Like constructs. I say we just attract as much attention as possible. I mean, even if the lady is of any help, she might be pointing us to the dragon's lair or whatever. Do you really want to fight a dragon on its home turf?
Do you really want to fight it out here on the lake?
Well, I think it's a better option than in its own cave, don't you think?
Unless we can trap it somehow in its own cave, I don't think we should fight it in there. If anything we learned from fighting that sea serpent, finding it in its own home was not helpful.
Exactly. So I say we just attract as much attention as possible. Fight it right here and you.
However, how to restrain it in the open that's tough.
Like I said, maybe we can.
Your shackles.
My
Would they be
shack-
strong enough?
Not in a million years, unless I get really, really lucky. Maybe like I said, maybe we could get it trapped under the lake or something.
But why? Okay, you want to put a weight on it, which I don't know if we can sort that out. But if we don't have a weight, it'll just swim out, right?
What if we froze the lake over immediately after it was submerged? And I sort of fiddle with the ring a little bit.
And what if the dragon can swim and just has his lair under the ice?
Yeah, then it's trapped underneath the ice, no problem.
And then it breaks out.
And in what way can it not break the ice to come out? Like, if we can break the ice for it to go in, why can't it
We're
break
not
the ice to
breaking
come
it,
out?
we're melting it.
Right, but like, how strong does ice need to be to withhold a dragon?
I don't know, but it's stronger than shackles.
Well, that's what I kind of meant. Like, we assume it can't swim. If it can swim, it can just like get
It doesn't matter
speed
if
in the water and break through the ice. It's
We
you.
just need to keep it down long enough for it to. I mean, I don't know. I don't think it can breathe underwater. Do you think?
Erhard, can you make it fall prone? Because if it falls prone, can it swim? The
Mm,
thing is, you'd rather drown it than have it swim around, right? If it can't swim, it can't.
Even people who can swim can still drown.
Well, yeah, but
Very true. I know a man that once did that.
Cool. Well, I can slow it down. I can try. I don't really have much of prone. Like, I can make it laugh and fall prone, I guess. But that's like really lucky-ish.
well, I don't want to be like the person who disagrees with all the ideas, but until now, like all the ideas we have came up with, they have their uncertainties. Like every single one of them. So either we find out what this dragon is about, or we swim around in those uncertainties and don't come up with anything at all. So
Maybe we can attack its wings
just
Yeah?
clip it.
so that it
What
will
Be
be
able to fly up.
and I mean, what about a net? Like a really big net? Do you guys have a net?
Oh,
Looking
we
at-
we have quite a lot of rope. We could if you get it down, we could attach hooks. Fling over to dragon. It would probably require most of us to keep it locked down, though, so it could not fly, unless you have magical means of not letting it fly.
Unfortunately, I do not. So if that's the case, then you guys hold it down and we attack. Simple as that.
Do we have anything to make it, let's say, less less like Arcturus, like kind of dumb choices? Because like my
Wait, what?
slow-
What?
the opposite of you. Like, do we have something to make it dumb?
Well,
Because that would
I
help me. To,
I have the
to
ability to make it
cast most of my spells.
be not as good as resisting magic, but again, that's if it sticks.
Mm.
How does that work?
It's an incantation called Bane. It basically it allows me to reduce its ability to resist things. It's only by like a small amount. It's not a great spell, but it's something. I maybe could give it a go.
It's a handy spell.
As long as I can hit it, that's the thing. If it resists it, then yeah, that's when we're in a bit of a. I can cast it. I can cast it a few times.
I can try inspire you for the hitting part, I guess.
It's more on its end.
Hmm.
Yeah. But that's unfortunately that's not really my forte, but I do have that one ability. My forte is more hurting it. For sure.
Do you have range attacks, Callum? Can you even get close to it?
Of course I do.
When all else fails, why don't we just blast it to bits?
Exactly. That was my plan.
Yes.
That's what we do. In the end, we have all the plans, and in the end, we just blast the shit out of them. It's us. I'm sorry. I don't think we are like that good with coming up with plans. In the
Kind
end,
of suck
we
at
also
plans. Yeah.
we also
Okay.
Hey, look, a great offense is usually quite a good plan half the time.
Why? Okay, why don't we do both then? We get
Okay.
the tribe to put on the hooks because they're gonna
Yeah.
be melee. They can't get that close anyway.
Yes.
That's a last resort, right? For for you guys to get too close.
We also have hand axes, javelins, and a few bows we can fire. So we can hurt it.
Okay, so
Try hurt it from a distance.
maybe the value is more in keeping it prone by you guys whilst we
Okay.
blast it. If that fails, then you can still jump in.
Okay, so if I tell troop to fire ranged until it lands, when it lands, hooks.
And we can try and focus at least one of the wings, tear it, so if anything, it can't fly anymore, even if the hooks break.
Okay.
If it can't fly, it will fight for its life, right?
Well,
Like cornered
exactly as
animal
you
is a
said.
bad animal.
Wait, we on Ice Lake, no? What if I use hammer to break ice around it when it lands? There would be on uneven footing, you know? Maybe
Yeah.
stop it from getting like a good lift off.
Yeah, good
Sounds
idea.
If anybody
Good
else
idea.
has something to break ice that may be helpful, because
Well, I have
Dragon
a
Big, I only have one hammer.
well, we do have like cute fireballs I can throw at it and make it burn and melt the ice.
Okay.
We have plenty of fire up our sleeves.
Okay, well, yes, if we can weaken ice when land too, maybe make it more difficult for it to fly so hooks can get in, you know?
What about
How
the bait?
attached? Yeah, how attached are you to your goats over there?
Oh no, we using goats for bait, yes. We also, as horrible as sounds, we were going to tie them to lake so they cannot flee.
Mm.
Not like tie them down, but like hitch post tied to. If hitch post comes up, they all tied to hitch post. If they run different ways, they don't move. You know, try to be clever.
Cool. Sounds like
Yes.
some kind of plan.
Well, yes. But you have unicorn friend. Could he not come back? Maybe dragon never tasted unicorn before.
I mean, I can bring Unicorn back and put him with the goats.
Yes,
But
I think
he only stays for an hour, so it's like
Okay,
close to when we know it's coming.
so he has somewhere to be.
Well, he's kind of, how to explain this? It's kind of a summoning, you know. So
Oh,
it's
magic.
temporary.
Okay, that's
Yeah.
fine. Sorry, not know too much magic.
Yeah, yeah. But don't
Yes.
worry, he's not real per se, so it's okay.
So
for him
if
to be
died,
bait.
not worry.
It's okay if he's bait, yeah.
Oh, great. Yes, bring him. Can you
Sure.
make him more sparkly?
More what?
Sparkly, like enticing. Maybe a
Sure,
little.
I can make him more shimmering and.
Can you make him more plump, like a big unicorn?
I guess I can try.
Some in tribe would call it thick.
Sure, we'll try. We'll make a big unicorn.
Okay, good. Yes. You know, more meat on the bone. Entice the dragon.
Yeah, lure in the
Good,
dragon for
good.
the nicest part.
Sweet. Okay, well, I would say if Storm gets worse, we may want to put plan into action. How long does it take you to cast thingy for unicorn?
11 minutes? A minute of in a rush, but that kind of wastes my energies.
Okay, I think maybe 11 minutes be okay once we start to see Storm.
Sure.
How long does it take us to break the ice?
I wouldn't know. We hit it a few times, maybe it starts to crack, then weight of dragon with fire and such.
So if
Maybe
we
give
weaken
us
it now?
edge. Well,
might
we could.
start. It's summer now. I mean, if it's already frozen over in summer, the lake is probably permanently frozen, so it's
Well,
probably very thick.
There are slight breaks in ice across lake, and he does point to a few that are off in the distance. Like, usually, lake is much higher in winter because ice so thick. But like you said, summertime it is definitely weaker. But when White Death is around, Storm is stronger, meaning ice begins to solidify more. You know?
Okay.
It
I
might
guess.
take some time, but I can always try.
Well, I have a weird thought about that. Like, I have the spell that makes everything warm inside. If I put that on top of the ice, I guess it would start melt the top.
I
Do you
don't know.
really want to waste your spells? I mean, we can.
Well, it's not a spell; it's a ritual. My hut, you know, like it would make this dome that we usually have, and
Can I just
No.
cast create bonfire on the ice? See what it does.
Yeah, you cast it, and there's a little bonfire there, and yeah, I'd say it starts to slightly divot over the course of a little while. It doesn't seem to melt part of the ice, but this sort of spell would take probably hours before it really made a dent in it.
Well, yeah.
Well, we can either try and
I got my bonfire going. I don't know about the rest of you.
Let's just hope it lands right there.
Okay, I cast firebolt.
You hit it, and it like scorches the ice, but yeah, it doesn't really do. It doesn't seem to melt it because there's not like a permanent fire source.
can we not just start weakening the ice now and then have it done?
Yes, we could. I could start going around hitting with hammer, get few guys hit hammers too. Only thing is, if we fight on ice, then it will be more difficult for us too, remember, so...
Bad footing.
Yes, you might fall under. And I tell you now, very cold.
Thanks.
Question: as an engineer, do I have an idea to where to put another produce flame to weaken the ice construction? Like, do I know like the optimal?
You would know with produce flame, you're probably not going to do a great deal because it would have to be constantly firing it, and it would take hours. The reason why the bonfire would work over a few hours is because it is just a continued
I'm
source.
in bonfire.
Oh, okay,
I mean,
yeah. If you just put it down and it's just a continued source. Thing is, the lake's huge, so wherever you're putting it has to be in your spell range, and you just gotta hope it lands on that exact spot. So it's like, you know what I mean? Like, if it lands on that spot, then it will be slightly weakened, but if it doesn't land on that spot, then it's done nothing. It's just made one spot a little bit more melty. Yeah.
Okay.
Look, I think, Dragon come down, we get it down. We have half of men, or maybe 10 men, for the ropes. The rest smash ice. You guys help smash ice with fire, whatever you like. Maybe that's when, yes. But then, we have all of these blade singers. They're like elite guard. I'm sure they can come up with something.
Yeah.
Let's
you
wait
guys.
until the dragon is.
You know,
What?
maybe have something, any of you good at, like, wrestling? Maybe you could wrestle it to ground? No? No? Okay. Alright,
One
well, yes, lady.
One thing, Arcturus, can I have the orb? Do you have it?
Maeve has it.
Maeve, darling.
Can I have the orb for a bit?
And I give it to Shion.
Thank you.
Ah, I see what you do there. That's,
Lady,
clever. Yes, if, dragon come try to kill you, offer, like, a tribute. I understand.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, I guess we wait till the storm gets worse, alright?
I guess we do.
Do we want to, we'll get guys to set goats up, now, because goats can stay, and then, when storm gets bad, you summon unicorn, send him over. Yes?
Yeah.
I think best, not too close to edge, so that plan can work with ice, so probably like, we'll say 500 feet out into lake. Gives us time when storm gets bad, maybe we all start to go onto lake too.
Yeah.
Then
And the
bring
hooks
it
are
down
ready,
to
the
us.
ropes.
Yes, he points to the tribes who are all like attaching pieces of rope to their belt with hooks. They're kind of like meat hooks, so they're like those sort of like U-bendy sort of ones with like a fish hook at the end, which like sticks out. So once it's in, pulling it out is gonna hurt. Good.
Onion.
Yes.
So,
I mean, yes.
I have Olaf summoned.
Yes.
He's an owl at the moment. That's
He
what
is.
I did last time. And I think I would like him to kind of circle the area, and maybe he can see some kind of cave opening or anything that looks like somewhere where a dragon would pop in and out
Yep.
more or less occasionally. Yeah.
Sure. Roll me a perception check with disadvantage, which will be a flat roll, I believe.
For Olaf, right?
Yeah.
He has keen
Owl
hearing and
Olaf.
sight, so
Yeah.
advantage on
Yes, because of the
hearing and
storm,
sight.
it makes it a little difficult.
So flat roll,
Flat roll, please.
10 damage.
Yeah, you're looking around. There are maybe 1 or 2 caves dotted around the outskirts of this this area. Olaf swings as close by as he dares, but it doesn't look like it's well traveled. Doesn't look like a giant dragon is traipsing in and out of them. There's quite a few holes in the ice itself, but other than that, that's all you've got with a 10, I'm afraid. And yeah, I'll say that lasts a couple of hours. And you guys, you guys wait and wait and wait. Shion, are you trying to read?
Reading
Yeah?
my
Okay,
book,
cool.
yes.
Yeah, it's a bit difficult, but because the snowstorm. But yeah, you're trying.
As I
just
am
practicing some of the things that I learned in my book.
I'm kind of gonna go sit over by where Andros is resting or something.
Yep.
And just gonna sit there, try to share some warmth, I guess.
Are you creating a hut?
No, I don't think he's gonna do that because it's kind of obvious
Okay.
as soon as I leave. Yeah. So just
Sure.
sitting there and trying to share some warmth in the shelter of the tree or whatever.
Andros?
Yeah, I just want to know, is my rest helping? Do I feel a lot less exalted?
You would know
Yeah.
that if you get a proper rest of 8 hours, your exhaustion will perish.
Okay. The whole time
And I will
I'm just
say-
exhausting.
And I will say you've had like an hour or 2 at this point. So, yeah.
Okay. Well,
But so far, yeah, we're a couple of hours in. Anyone that would like to roll me a perception check besides Andros, can do. And we'll say another hour passes, so we're into the 3rd hour of you guys arriving at this embankment.
14.
Nice.
Ooh la la.
Ooh, okay. You guys are perceiving the area around you, and 3 hours in, nothing. 4 hours in, nothing. 6 hours in, nothing. And it's at this 6 hours that the tribespeople start to get a little on edge. They start moving out onto the lake. They don't wait at this point. They start getting ready and they start trying to find ways to conceal themselves on the lake. They're looking at... Some of them are breaking pieces of ice further away and dragging them closer to hide behind. And they're kind of trying to use them and make sort of like a plinth or like a chunk of ice break out from a piece of ice, and they're using it as like cover behind the goats. So they can kind of, if it lands by the goats, they've got something to hide behind. A few of them are just looking around at the ice statues on the lake. They're seeing their fallen brothers and brethren and those that have fought the White Death over time. And some of them, you see, place a hand on like an ice statue as if there is recognition. Callum and the Blade Singers, they edge closer to the edge of the lake, but do not cross it. They wait. But they are much closer, much more intent on scouring the area, and you hear them and see them talking to one another. And some of them, you see the fear in their eyes. You see that they know something ferocious is coming. 7th hour. Roll me all a perception check once more.
Guidance.
Okay. And from Erhard?
Sorry.
That's okay. There you go. That makes total
This
sense.
is strength.
Yeah. You're all starting to perceive. You're all looking around, trying to find an inkling that the storm is growing. 8th hour. Andros, you recover from your exhaustion. However, all those that are in the cold without cold wintry gear need to make me a constitution saving throw, as you have been exposed to it for a long enough time now without being in warmth. Any luckies or anything like that?
Lucky that.
Okay, I thought you might. That's why I asked.
I just rolled that d20. Yeah, no, just the
Even with the advantage, fuck.
22.
Anything you can do, Arcturus? Can you spin a little thing here? 22. Just in
Create
case.
a bonfire, sit next to it.
If it helps.
I would argue that would give you the advantage.
were
but
wearing-
You already got it from Kada.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I already have advantage, so it's just a very, 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 very bad roll.
Okay. Arcturus, you suffer 1 level of exhaustion. You have a disadvantage on ability checks, which includes your initiative, and skills and that sort of thing.
I'll wake up and I'll stretch a little bit.
I would say it's not so much like a sleep that you have had.
Yeah.
But you have found comfort in the warmth of your clothes and rested long enough that you feel okay.
Yeah. And I'll start heading closer to the ice, seeing that people are definitely moving out there, and I'll just kind of be watching, looking out and trying to see if I can notice anything.
And roll me a perception check as we go into the we start creeping into that eighth
This is
hour.
with advantage, right? Because now I'm not.
This is now with advantage, yes. As you are all
A 27.
27. Yeah, okay.
Not even with.
High enough. As we creep into halfway through this 8th hour, Andros,
Yeah.
you see the storm rolling in over the mountainside to the north, which is to your right-hand side as you're looking into the lake. And you can see that it is getting thicker, and it is traveling faster across the top of the mountains.
I'll just do like a whistle to maybe grab people's attentions, and I'll point in the direction where I under, like, of course the mountain, because that's where the storm is rolling in, and I'll point in that direction.
Yeah, as you point up towards that, everyone starts to take heed of your warning. You see weapons start to be drawn. Kellum and the Blade Singers start heading out onto the ice. Arcturus, you stand up from your little bonfire, and you feel that cold shiver down your spine as you get up. But you start traveling with the rest of them as you all start to move onto the ice.
Yes.
I mean, I will start doing the Phantom Steed.
Yeah.
And get that going. I don't know if I can do that while moving, but I think it's more like I'm standing
You can-
somewhere looking at a storm.
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. Yeah, you can do that. That's not a problem.
Do I
but-
see an ice, like a piece of ice that's big enough for me to get behind and actually, like, prepare myself?
You can see like chunks of ice, but it's like they're not massive. They're
Right.
not huge. They're just where like there are breaks in where the water is like slowly sloshing up and down. There's like ledges, so people are like hiding behind ledges. There's a couple of like proper chunks of ice that there are, but so far there are a lot of tribes people.
Okay.
around them. So you
Anything-
could go join them.
Anything I think that I can actually get behind and I know it would help me out. Or actually, no, I'm gonna just go invisible at this point.
At this point,
I'm just gonna, no, I'm gonna hold off on it, but I'm gonna like get ready to go invisible. So if I hear if I notice a dragon is coming in, I'm gonna like put it on immediately. But I'm gonna prepare my bow. Get my bow ready.
I
absolutely
would
fine.
also say that anywhere in these 8 hours, Maeve would have used her face paint to make herself white.
Okay.
On her arms, her legs, anything that's exposed.
Yeah. Not a problem. Yeah, you do that. Okay. Well, as this then happens,
When I'm done
yep.
with the 11 minutes, whenever you deem that, if I still have time, I would like to use an action to cast my mage armor from a spell scroll.
Okay, you want to do it from a spell scroll? Okay, yeah, sure. Roll me the roll me the Arcana check that is required for it. Which I believe not Arcana. Wait, is it Arcana? No, it'd be Charisma for you because you are a Charisma caster. So flat Charisma
Yeah.
roll,
Okay.
and you need to be a
Oh, fucking hell.
11.
God, I will let it fizzle and just do a second one.
So you just pull another one out instead? Okay. Yeah, it fizzles in your hands. And the reason why it fizzles is you pull it out and you start to say it, but your teeth are like chattering in the cold, and it doesn't pronounce the correct words for the spell. And yeah, it fizzles in front of you.
Do I see this?
Yeah, for sure.
I'll put my hand on his shoulder and I'll just guidance.
Okay, there you go.
Thanks, Maeve.
You got it, Eric. Come on.
25.
There you go.
You were
Oh!
still.
Roll a d4. Let's see how high this could go. Oh, nice! 29! Yeah, you cast it, and the mage armor, the wisps of magic really form and make it look elegant as it then fades to like a translucent armor around you. But yeah, it looks very cool.
Lovely. Thank you.
Nice.
Thanks,
Okay.
Maeve. I needed that.
That's okay.
Alright then, I guess we get ready for dragon, no? Remember,
Yeah.
once dragon lands, tie down, keep it grounded. If we cannot, well, it might be the last day for all of us. Good luck.
Good luck, all.
Just before we go onto the ice, I remember something. I have a potion of cold resistance, which might be very handy. And I chug it down.
You chug a potion of cold resistance? Okay, that could be a clutch play. Does anybody else take any preventative measures or drink any potions or cast any spells? Because we're going to go to a break in just a second.
I wish I hadn't used mine against the sea serpent.
Yep. Okay, if you do have cold resistance, I am going to ask, please remember it, because I have a lot of other stuff to remember as well. Anything else? Or are we done?
I mean, nope. I'm holding invincibility. Like, I'm getting ready.
Yeah.
If I have the time, I will just start doing comprehend languages ritual 10 minutes.
Okay, sure,
Just-
yeah. If you want to start doing it, it's up to you.
Just for the fun of it.
Okay. Right, well, I'm going to say, let's cut to a quick break then, before we go into this next section. We're going to go for a wee, grab some snacks, all that good stuff. We'll see you in about 5, probably, let's be real, like 10 minutes. But yeah, we'll be back in a bit. Cool, see you in a bit. Bye! Hello, we're back. This time with Zeb. Welcome back, guys. Cool. Yeah, tell us what snacks you got. Tell us what drinks you got, and all that jazz in the chat. We'd love to hear it, guys. I'm drinking strawberry flavored Volvic water as usual.
No way.
Haven't done for a little while, to be fair. So that's yeah. What have you guys got? Anyone got anything exciting or?
I got a sweet and salty mix.
We got
Nice.
something that only Smitty would know.
Double frizz.
Really
It's
got double
actually
fizz.
nice.
Nice.
It's apple and peach.
Zeb
Mexican.
and Eagle. Is that a monster?
Is that your second one?
You were meant to be cutting
It
down, Mister.
is. It
You were meant to be cutting
is
down,
well.
Mister.
Eagle.
The other one was
just-
white.
Well,
I'm just having some water and some leftovers from snacks we had earlier.
nice, nice. Well, speaking of monsters, maybe, you know, not doing so well on certain people, let's come straight back into the game as, you know, the rolling storm is coming across the hills, mountain, should I say, as all of you begin to prepare and get into preparations. Before the storm, or should I say, the eye of the storm, ascends upon this part of the lake, Does anyone want to move, or is everyone happy where they are?
stick with it.
I moved myself there to have somewhat of cover, but I wasn't sure if it would count because I was near rocky
You would need
terrain.
to be nearer the cracks in the ice itself. So
Okay,
if
but
you push,
like standing here that doesn't really
I
help,
would-
does it?
yeah, if you put yourself behind like this little bit here, I would say that is constituting as some form of cover. So
Does
you're
that
kind
count?
of yeah, that also counts because you're behind a little bit of a like ridge of some sorts, and you can travel as long as it's not like a whole square is covered in water. You guys can like hop over them, but if there's a whole square of water, that is in the water. So yeah, okay, cool.
Okay.
Anyone else want to move, or are you all good now?
So the ice storm is coming, like it's ascending.
Oh, the storm is very
Okay.
much in at this point where you guys are like kind of bunkering down, getting ready. The storm is like almost fully over you.
All right. At that
It's very
point,
close.
I will activate invisibility. I'll go invisible.
Okay. As you enact invisibility, you all wait. You all hear the whistling of the storm as it whistles on by, as some tribalman calls for his cat that's just gone running across the lake. As
All
God
right.
damn it, Tim.
Wait.
Trying to, when a DM's trying to make it a suspenseful moment.
I was like 100% sure I was muted, but apparently I was.
It's okay, it's okay. We're all professional here, and we all definitely know what we're doing.
It was mittens. It was mittens.
You know what? Wait there. I need to get a cat token.
Oh no, the
As-
cat's gonna get destroyed.
Good near me. Good near me.
You see a cat run towards the giant goats
Oh no! Oh no!
and starts pouring at one of the goats first. It seems like it's having a great time. It's
We
really
have to keep it
playful.
alive at all costs.
And then it goes quiet once more. Everyone roll me a perception check.
Can Olaf roll for me?
You can have Olaf roll a separate check as well if you like.
Okay, we'll roll separate.
Okay.
I'll allow that.
16, right? Yeah, 16 for
Yeah.
Olaf.
Maeve, distracted by the cat.
I
in the
guess
center.
Like, what is
Maeve.
it saying?
Yeah, Maeve, Ahad, and Arcturus, all fully distracted by a cat running across the lake. As all of you are seeing this cat and thinking, where the hell did that come from? You see one of the tribesmen go to run out after it as if it's his pet, but one of the other tribesmen pulls him back to hunker down ready for the dragon. Quiet fills the area once more. As Olaf and Shion, you realize that around you, and Andros, you realize that around you, in this exact vicinity, the storm seems lessened. You think maybe the dragon has passed you. Something's not right. As Andros, as the only member of the party to look directly up, because gamers don't look up, you see a shadow. A large, winged shadow. Encircling like a shark to its prey. As the beast gets larger and larger and larger. As for some reason it's gone behind them all, but I will move that real quick. As it lands on top, crunching the bones of these goats, absolutely destroying them and crushing them into the ice itself. You hear the cracking of bones and the cracking of ice beneath the weight of the dragon. As it roars out and begins to look around, you all hear
So many smells. So much prey for me to feast.
as it whips its head around and begins looking all around, trying to find where you are within the storm. And it's at that moment that I'm going to ask everyone to roll initiative, please.
Before we start, do I see the cat is fine under it? Or do I see the cat washed?
What did you roll?
A 25.
Oh, so you just hit the DC?
Yeah.
The cat is currently alive.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, what?
Save the cat.
The strong cat.
Or it just missed it. You're not sure.
What? I clicked on my token. Oh.
I'm going to just put some music on real quick.
Oh.
Erhard is so fast.
Would we have held actions though?
Arcturus gets disadvantage, right?
Is there something you
No.
wanted to hold?
Well, I assume that the people with the ropes would have held their action to instantly, hook them.
Mm-hmm.
I was preparing my arrows. Would that not have been a held action?
Preparing your arrows or preparing to fire?
I mean, I know a dragon is coming, so I'm pretty sure I would be prepared to shoot one at him. I don't know why I would
Which-
prepare it.
A dragon arrow or a
No,
normal
normal
arrow?
one. Normal one.
Okay. I will say then. Oh my god. Oh.
I rolled the
okay, wait there,
17.
wait there.
I don't know
Wait there,
why
wait
the...
there, wait there.
Yeah.
Wait there.
Is mine messed up somehow because my name is in the list for some reason? At least on my end.
Everyone's names is in the list for me.
Oh.
Did it roll
Yeah.
for everyone? Oh, it did roll for you guys. Right, I'm just going to make a few rolls myself. Give me just 2 seconds.
Do you want me to roll again, by the way? To have like a disadvantage? Or
Yes, you do need to roll again. Yes, please.
Mr. DM, I rolled a 17 to begin with, and accidentally didn't.
Oh,
I
roll again?
thought
No,
I
that's fine.
clicked.
That's
not
okay.
bad.
I'll change.
Yeah, thank you. Oof.
You are going to roll that. Oh, my lord. Okay.
So you keep the 17.
I don't want to go first.
I
Well, I
will go last, yay.
I did want to hold an action, but I don't know if that works because I wanted it to go off when they hook the dragon.
Well, your action can be
So-
that you wait until they're hooked.
Yeah.
Until they hook. Yeah, that's fine. But obviously, if your turn comes before that happens, then you will have lost that turn.
Yeah.
Just so you're aware. That's fine, yeah. Okay. You're going to roll as well. Oh, yikes.
Mr.
Is
DM,
that-
you sound like a robot again.
Oh, great.
You sound fine right now for me.
Okay. Well, I'll take the fine.
Hmm.
Is that
It's only for a
everyone?
short.
Yeah.
Yeah, my internet's not great at the minute. It is not doing very well. I think it's on sick leave.
And Arcturus should be a 17 because he had disadvantage.
Yep. That is 17 and 20, so 17.
Wow, those are some really good rolls for initiative.
They are some very good rolls. So you'll be below Andros, I believe.
Yeah, because I have better decks.
Yeah, I'm just gonna really quickly. Don't worry what I'm doing. I'm just gonna do it. If it bugs out, we good. Cool. Hopefully that's fixed some internet issues. We'll see.
Okay.
Cool. Right. So up first is the Blade Singers.
Yay.
Oh. I don't know what happened there. I just had a badoom. But yeah, up first is the Blade Singers. Who are going to hold their actions for when the creature's tied down, because that's what they would have done. So we'll go in this initiative for held actions. So Shion, would you have held an action? What are you planning to wait for? Are you waiting for a certain signal? Are you waiting for something to happen?
I think I'm waiting for the moment that it actively decides to attack anyone.
Okay, so once the dragon attacks anyone, you will then attack.
Yes.
Okay,
And-
not a problem.
Yeah.
We will go to Andros then. I'll go through the initiative order, but we'll skip the dragon's turn.
Andros would wait until they get hook it, and then I'll attack. I'll wait.
So you're gonna wait as well.
Yeah.
Okay. Arcturus.
Same.
Okay. The dragon doesn't get its go. Maeve. You're waiting for.
Can I wait to cast something till it gets hooked?
So once it is hooked, you're gonna cast something. Okay.
Mm.
Then it's the tribal warriors' turns, who are the ones hooking, as all of them run 30 foot closer with their hooks out to make sure that they definitely are in range to be able to do it. This one here, this one here, this one here. Oh, he's very far away. Because they weren't. Yeah, they wouldn't. Okay, that's fine. As all of them start making their way there. Have I missed any of the normal looking dudes? I don't think so. Okay, so the only ones technically in range of throwing the rope would be the 9 here, so they're all gonna throw ropes.
Okay.
The others are gonna use their action to sprint, not realizing that they were too far away. So they will get closer so that they can help the others afterwards if necessary. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 rope throwers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I rolled very well for them. They get a +3. Oh my lord. Okay, so we'll go from top left. So top left was a 6, so he's a fail. The second one did get a success, so I'm going to throw a little net on him. The guy next to him also got a success, so I'm going to throw a little one on him as well. The 16 doesn't hit. The 11 doesn't hit. The 6 doesn't hit. So those 3 at the top right all miss. But then the guys at the bottom, 2 hit there as well. So there is 4 hooked ropes into the dragon as we speak. And they do a whopping 5, 4, 1, and 4. So that's 8, 9. That's 14 points of damage. Which... yeah, 14 points of damage. Okay, 4 hooks get hooked in, and the guys grab, and the guys that missed and didn't latch on grab the ropes of the 4 that are nearby. So like this guy here, he grabs to assist this ones, and this guy jumps in to assist these. As you now have 6 people trying to hold this dragon down, as it just starts moving around and its tail's like swishing back and forth as it's clearly been caught for the dupes. I'm actually also going to roll for the unicorn. I didn't roll for his initiative because he's technically alive. Well, he rolled a 6. Yeah, he's going to go there. Cool. At the end of that, Kellum... oh, wait, no. Everyone else.
Mm-hmm.
People that are holding their actions for the ropes hitting, which is everyone but Shion, I believe, because Shion's waiting for the attack. So, yeah. Who's first?
Be me technically, right? Because I'm right after Shion.
Doesn't matter. You can choose who goes first or when. So if you want to fire first, go for it.
Sure, I'll fire, and I get advantage because I'm in.
You are invisible, so you do get advantage on the first shot. That is correct, which means you will get sneak attack if you hit.
24.
24 definitely hits.
It'll be 22 points.
22 points of damage as you fire the arrow and it embeds into its throat as you just see it like reel back and look towards your direction as you then become visible.
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Who's next?
I guess I am.
You,
Like, you can go if you like me, Maeve.
I think for the sake of what I'm doing, mine might take like a second longer to summon. So if you want to go ahead, go for it.
Sure. Eldritch Blast.
Go for it.
16.
16 does not hit.
24.
24 does hit. Are you pushing it?
I am not.
Okay.
But
Cool.
I
'Cause
will
that
do
would have changed
the
something.
yeah, but I will do the fire damage.
Okay. Yeah. Go for it.
The
So that's an
three.
extra
It's
3.
Yeah, it's 3.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Maeve.
As everybody's like shooting their things, I will just look over to Callum because he's not that far from me and say, "You like this? I hope this helps." And snap my finger. And something in the air changes as the clouds become even darker and you hear rumbling become quite loud all of a sudden. And the storm changes a bit as I don't know, Onion. Spell says I take over the storm if there is one.
Mm-hmm.
Do I take over this storm?
Roll me a wisdom check. Flat wisdom check, please.
Seven.
You harness the magic in the air, and a storm does form, but the blizzard is stronger.
Mm-hmm.
Meaning you still get your ability to cast lightning bolt, I assume is what not lightning bolt.
Cool lightning.
Cool lightning. You still can cast cool lightning, but the blizzard is raging on.
So there's 2 storms.
There is, yeah, it's kind of like 2 storms right now. Yeah.
Anyway, so I just wanted to know what it looked like. Lightning starts to spark from the air and thunders down onto the dragon.
Okay, what's the save?
He needs to do a dexterity save, which I don't
Okay.
know if that's affected because he's tied down a little bit.
I will give him disadvantage on the roll because he is tied down by 6 people.
As there is already a storm, but it doesn't go over it, I don't get the damage increase, do I?
No.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, unfortunately, if you'd have succeeded in that, you would have had control of the storm, but unfortunately you don't.
It's 2d8.
So I'll then make a dex save, which is at disadvantage. A
Mhm.
14, I believe, fails.
No, meets it, beats it.
Oh, no, yours is 14. Okay, yeah. So it takes half.
This
So it
takes
takes
half.
9 lightning.
Yeah.
So it crashes down into it. Okay. Is that everyone's? Because we'll come to Ahad in a second because he'll go right at the end, unfortunately, but he does get to go. So then it would be Kellum. As Kellum will attempt to cast Bane on the creature, I'll just double check the range, 30 feet. So I do need to get closer.
Oof.
And I just need to double check to see, is Blade Song a bonus action? Bonus action. He casts Blade Song as he draws his blade and it starts to vibrate and starts to like shiver like ever so like lightly. And then as he moves, you just see in unhumane speed, he starts to zigzag like lightning through the ice as he is under the Blade Song. So he gets to move. He moves 60 feet here. And as he moves here and skids to a halt, he spins the blade round, throwing it in the air and catching it with the other hand. And as he does, he then slashes across his thumb. And as blood splurts out, you see the electrodes in the blood start to fizzle. And as they do, you see this electrical sort of like current begin to like zap around the dragon itself as he does attempt to cast Bane upon it. It's just a first level spell. So he will only choose the dragon. And it needs to make a charisma saving throw. Which it will probably win, but let me just double check. I think that does beat Kellum. It does. Yeah, unfortunately, as the dragon shrugs it off, and then like his eyes narrow towards Kellum as Kellum steals himself and holds the blade out once more. As that ends, the unicorn. What have you issued
One
the unicorn
short
to do?
question: is the unicorn? Did he take damage when it landed?
No. He has landed on the goats. Its
Yeah.
face was in front of the unicorn as if it was about to feed when he then smelt the scent of everyone around it.
But I don't think the unicorn can really do much. Like, as far as I understand, it can't attack.
Yeah, I don't think it can either.
kick. No?
Can
If
bite.
it's a horse?
Just
It's
has
a-
The
stats,
spell. It's the
just a-
spell.
Yeah,
it's
it's a
Oh.
As soon
spectral.
as
It's
it
not
takes
even.
damage and stuff, it's almost like
Yeah.
a phantasmal thingy in Magic
Okay.
the
Yeah.
Gathering.
Cool. So at the end of that,
So just
it is
gonna try, like, distract attention. Ooh.
okay. Yeah, not a problem.
Be sparkly and
Um,
juicy.
This guy's gonna run 40 feet this way. Sorry, this woman, and then this guy's gonna run 40 feet this way. Would they? Screw it. Yeah, they're gonna. He's gonna dash. He wants to get right in there, and she would do the same. They get right in its face. But that's the end of their turn. Like for this surprise round, Hard, you have your extra little thing.
Why did they have to go there? Why do you always change stuff the last minute? I'm trying to do stuff.
You have plenty of time.
Yeah, and now there's two people
What's
right next to
what's
the
your
thing.
what? All right. Well, what was your held action then?
Good. I was gonna
What would it have
shatter
been?
because
So
we
you-
were planning to disable its footing.
Yep. You could
So
still do so in an
I'm gonna-
area to not hurt someone.
They both on the side of it.
Yeah, but it's you could angle it in a way.
Yeah,
'Cause
we'll
it's-
see. Okay, yeah.
Yeah?
Sure. Let me move because I'm not 60 feet within range.
Yep.
I guess I will move over there. And then shatter is 20 foot, a 10-foot radius sphere.
Yeah. So if you targeted like, I guess at the bottom of it. Oh yeah, you would still
I
clip
would always
these
hit
guys.
someone. Like,
Yeah, no, you're right. You would, yeah.
let me. Yeah, I will do a 20-foot sphere here.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. Yeah, that doesn't hit anyone. Then that just
Yeah.
hits the goats and the cat.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Sorry,
no, the
cat.
cat would be just under. The cat's okay.
Yay!
Roll,
Lucky,
roll
otherwise I would
your
have
shatter,
fizzled.
and are you using shatter on the area? Yeah.
What do you mean?
So to try and hit the ice, him, the goats, like all the area.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, cool. Go
Like
for it.
each
Roll the-
creature in the sphere needs to make
Not a
saving
problem.
throws and
The
stuff.
goats, I'm gonna say are dead, but yeah. Yeah.
So it's a Constitution saving throw.
Con save. I'll tell you
Ooh.
what, they might be pretty good at this. 23. That's a
fuck?
plus 11 on the con save. But the ice around it does begin to crack, and
Yeah.
you see
and
that
it
there.
takes half the damage as far as I know.
Yeah, it takes half damage. It takes 5 points,
Yeah.
and that's the end of your turn.
Yeah, that's fine. And then as a bonus action, I wanted to do something which I probably forgot because I just freaked out. Let me roll my d20 to save time. An 8. Fucking hell, sorry. I wanted to do something.
It's okay.
Bonus action for something.
As quick as you can.
Yes. Oh, Bardic Inspiration to Ondros.
Okay, not a problem. Andros, you have a bardic inspiration.
This is
You
your
little puppy.
time.
As he urges him on. Okay, perfect. At the top of the round, as this is now a proper round of initiative, I need Shion, Andros, Kellum, every tribesman, to all make me Constitution saving throws, as you are within the aura of the dragon.
What? That big of a range?
Mm-hmm. He literally controls a gigantic storm,
Oh
and just
my-
that part of it is like the frost.
Oh
cold of
my
it.
lord.
Shion, I will admit, is right on the edge, but she
Oh,
is still in it.
wow.
Right, let me roll
I
for
guess
the
the edge
tribesmen.
hits the hardest, huh?
Sure. Right, okay, let's roll. Wait, let me just see what the damage is first, because I might not even have to roll for some of these guys.
Oh, this is bad.
Let me just see what the damage is.
Uh-oh.
Okay, who's not in the aura? Arcturus. Yeah, roll me 2d6, please.
2d6.
Yeah.
Be kind to me.
11.
Ooh,
Oh.
yikes. Okay, so, okay, if the tribesmen do not succeed, they die.
Oh my
So-
lord, they're useless.
Okay, DC is 17, so Andros, you just succeed.
Ooh, okay.
So you actually take 5 points of cold damage.
What?
as-
What are these tribesmen?
Hmm?
What are
Level
these
1
tribesmen?
They
Yeah.
are
Commoners with
guards.
10
They are they have 11 HP each. They are
Oh.
just guards. They're just normal,
But-
regular dudes.
Wow. Okay.
They're
Yeah,
useless.
these guys were like barbarian folk.
Yeah,
That's what I'm saying. I thought they could do
Because they-
something.
The chieftains are good. They are not so good. The rest of the tribe, they're
Oh
just regular
man.
people.
If this was my tribe, we would not be dying this easily.
We just blame Tim for rolling shit.
Tim did
well,
roll. Tim did roll 1 off the max. So
Damn you,
Tim, I thought you're on our team.
His fault.
Hey, before campaign, you guys said,
Okay.
hey, let's
Kill
build new
actors.
characters. So
Oh, thanks.
Hey.
I love it. Right. Okay.
Oh,
So con
Arcturus
save for
comes-
you.
Yes.
can speak
20.
Draconic. So
Ooh.
19. You boys
Ooh.
are fine. So you both take 5 because you are the strong ones of the group.
Thank the Lord.
And then we go for the generic tribal guys.
No.
1, 2, 3,
Oh,
4, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Oh, 2 succeed.
Yay!
Did you say 16?
Both of which
17.
Oh, 17?
DC 17. Both of which aren't holding ropes.
Oh, well, there goes that
Yay.
plan. All right, well, plan's out the door, folks.
Okay. Doesn't the plan always go out the door, though? Let's be real.
Yeah, every plan. I don't think we've had a plan that's stuck. Remember hard using a loud spell.
Wasn't loud. Just
Tim
wasn't
rolling
quiet.
shit.
Yeah, Tim
first
rolling
plan
bad.
always fails, and then we go to the second plan, and then
What second plan? Usually
And
our
now-
second plan is just YOLO.
And now it is the veterans' turns,
Oh my
which
gosh.
are the blade singers.
Oh, I
As-
take 11 damage.
You do, yeah. Yeah, you take
Kingsley
11,
Taff
11
worked,
points
yeah.
of cold damage. So these guys, they can also move 50 foot. Do they just get in there?
Just
Correct,
saw
yeah.
the aura. What are they doing?
They run in
What?
50 foot.
Everyone's just running in.
50 foot.
What is going on?
That one should be there. Okay, so the blade singers run in, blades out. All of them use blade song. And then they will each make attacks. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 attacks. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So attack 1, attack 2 miss, attack 3 hits, and 19 does in fact hit for a whopping 4 damage on the first strike. Then that one hits for what's that? 13 damage. And then the others miss, and then they get their second strike, which is with the blade again. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. One only hits for an extra 8. As all of them run in.
Yep.
At the end of that, the dragon takes a legendary action,
Oh, brother.
which is good for Shion because it means her held action doesn't wasted. Because then it means that she gets to attack and then attack again. So the dragon will use its legendary action to now it's no longer held down by ropes. It will use its wing attack So every creature within 10 feet of it must make a dexterity saving throw as it begins to ascend to the skies. So that is that. So I then need to make 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 dex checks. Let's do the dex checks for these boys. So that's 1, fail, 2, fail, 3, fail, 4, fail, 5. Even that's a fail because it's DC 19, and that one is also a fail. So all of them are knocked prone,
Oh,
and all
my
of them
Lord.
take 2d6 plus 6 damage, which is average of 13, so we'll take 13 on each. While that is happening, the creature gets to fly, I believe it's 60 foot?
Gosh. Well,
Fly up to half its flying speed. No, it's less than that then. Okay, so it gets 40 foot. As the creature... you hit it for quite a chunk, Ondra.
yep, I did.
It lands in front of you here.
Oh.
As it just breathes this heavy breath, and you start to see icicles forming in its throat.
Oh, here we go. Oh, brother.
But yeah, at the end of that, Shion, you do get to make your surprise attack, as it did just hurt a load of people.
Yeah, my surprise attack was just a normal fireball.
Go for it. Prone. 16 unfortunately does miss.
Holy.
I do use my because now is my actual turn, right? Yeah.
Now it's your turn.
That's
yes.
my actual turn. Okay. I will use my Hexblade's Curse.
Okay. Yep.
That's my bonus action. And well, yeah, I guess I'm gonna do a fireball again. I want to see what fire damage does.
A 20
It
hits.
should hit.
Oh, 14 damage. Yeah, you feel like it does regular damage.
Okay, good to know.
Certainly.
And I will step back just a little bit, but still kind of like this. Okay. Then I'm
One chieftain's still up. The other one fell over.
Okay.
Sorry, I just had a load to do. Minus 12, 13. Okay, and then you step away. Yeah? Okay, as you step away from it, its tail swings round and attacks you, as it does have 15-foot reach. As the tail swings around. Oh, wait, actually, are you still within 15 feet? Because if so, then it can't do the tail. You are within 15 feet. So instead, its bite is only 10 foot, so it will bite you instead. Does a 24 hit you, Shion?
Of course it does, yeah.
As it snaps towards you for 21 piercing and 6 cold damage.
Ooh.
Ouch.
Yeah. It's a dragon. I also need to make the unicorn roll for a dex save. It fails. The unicorn's on the floor.
I'm legit at half health right now. GG, guys. I have the most HP out of everyone.
I have the most, actually. Just like to point out.
Okay. Is that the end of your turn, Shion?
Okay.
Yeah, I used my bonus action, so yeah.
Not a problem. Okay. At the end of your turn... Yeah, it doesn't like you very much, Andros. It's going to use its last legendary action of the turn to tail attack towards you.
Wow.
Does a 16 hit you?
No. No. I don't.
No?
No.
As you duck,
Yeah.
you matrix guide back as
Yeah.
the tail swings over your head.
Because even without my
Nice.
shield, I still have a base like 17 AC, so
Yeah.
not so good.
Yeah, there you go. You're right. And then it is your turn, Andros.
All right, I'm bringing out the sword. Gonna, bring the electricity on. And then this is the best time as ever, as I'm gonna, in my head, go, all right, Decatha, here we go. This thing's in front of me. Let's do it. And I'm gonna summon my shadow.
You're gonna summon your shadow.
Yeah.
Okay. What I will do, I don't think I have a token for it, so I'm gonna bring you up so you can
great.
control it.
Nice.
But give me 2 secs while I just tint it black. So there's a darker you, and then I'll also put a red dot on it so you know which one's which.
Okay. And the thing or hard game that's a plus what to my rolls on attack? Inspiration.
Sorry, say that again.
The inspiration roll.
Yeah, you get is it 1d6?
1d6.
Yeah, 1d6.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna slash it with my blade either way.
Go
See what happens here. Yeah, and we're missing.
Okay, yeah.
Are you doing your aiming?
you doing-
Steady aim?
I can't. I'd use my bonus action to bring up the one thing.
Yeah. Unfortunately, a 10 does miss.
Mm-hmm.
You're not going to use your d6? Just check.
No.
Okay, sure. But when you
my
attack,
spiritual
you
warrior.
get to attack with the spiritual warrior.
All right.
As Decatha then strikes towards it as well.
Come on, Decatha. Nope, never mind. Decatha doesn't.
You do have a d6. You could use it on Decatha. It's technically a part of you. It's your choice. You would have to roll pretty high, I'll tell you that much.
You know, YOLO. We're gonna take the risk. I want this to hit.
It also doesn't get the sneak attack, remember?
It doesn't.
No.
Never. No. I'm gonna hold off on the
it's
d6.
just the necrotic damage.
Yep. I'm gonna save it.
Okay, so you hold it. That's absolutely fine. At the end of your turn, Arcturus.
Well, fuck. I am going to try something bold.
Go for it.
Because yeah, why not? I'm gonna run 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This should be out of range. At least this is there. So I'm in the aura now, but I'm gonna use the hourglass of manipulation to cast slow on it.
Okay, that's a big boy move. Yeah, go for it. It's what's the DC for the hourglass?
15.
15, and it is a wisdom or con? What is it?
I don't know. It doesn't say.
Oh, okay.
It only
You have
says
the
DC
spell slow,
15.
right?
Wisdom save.
Wisdom. Cheers. Thank you very much. Okay. 17, so it does succeed, unfortunately, as you cast the magic and you start to see the sand in the hourglass ever so slowly coming to a halt, and then all of a sudden flurries through as it seems to avoid the spell.
Yikes.
Unfortunately, that is its one use of the day gone.
Yeah, exactly. And this was an action, so...
It certainly was, yeah.
And I don't have any movement left, so...
Okay,
We're fucked.
end of your turn?
End of my turn.
Okay, well, at the end of your turn, it is the dragon's turn.
Oh no!
Yeah. Yeah, I think it goes for this. Okay, it's going to use its frightful presence. Anyone within 120 foot of the dragon must make a DC 14 wisdom saving throw or become frightened for 1 minute.
I have advantage on this.
You have
That
advantage
shit
against
don't
frightened
care.
condition?
Because
Nice.
locks it in Serenity.
Okay.
I normally have wisdom advantage,
Oh,
but
19.
Fucking hell.
I have
19.
one level of exhaustion.
Boy.
All right. Well, looks like me and
Oh,
Shion.
take a fake lucky for that.
You're going to use the lucky?
Yeah, just
Okie dokie.
it's unlikely, but still.
You do get to repeat the saving throw at the end of your turn. And if you don't succeed, I believe you cannot move closer to it.
Mm-hmm.
And you have disadvantage on attacks against it if you have line of sight of it.
Okay.
So yeah. But on that note, Shion is absolutely fine. Everyone else.
I'm good.
Andros has advantage.
Mhm.
Andros is good. Yeah. So all of you, I'm just gonna add a little, what looks like a scared. I'll add a little skull on your heads to show that you are scared. And then I have to roll for everything else on the board. So give me 2 seconds, guys. Wisdom saves. Bam. He's lucky. Oh my god, this guy's really. Oh, they're both good. Okay. And then the veterans. Bam. No. 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 Yes, he's good.
Come on, Callum.
No. So all of them are no's, bar one. I will just double check the frightened condition, but I'm pretty sure they can't move closer.
Yay.
I will just double check. Okay, then Callum, he will also make it. It is wisdom. He's pretty good at wisdom. Yeah.
Yay.
Callum is golden, and then there are 2 tribesmen left. I have to roll for them. You never know; they could be the MVPs. Oh, one of them.
Yay!
Let's
One's
go.
not scared.
This guy's a G. I guess I'll roll for the unicorn.
How about the cat? Does the cat get a save too?
Cool.
The unicorn succeeds.
What?
I'll roll for the...
Yeah, it's a unicorn.
Oh yeah, actually, oh the cat's dead.
Oh no!
Oh, he dies.
Yeah, 100% the cat died because it used its wings and it only has 2 hit points and it took like 13 damage. So it's dead. The cat's obliterated. Okay, so I will just double check the frightened condition for everyone, but that was the dragon can use its frightful presence. It then makes 3 attacks. Okay, cool. So
Wow.
attack number 1 against Shion with its tail.
What is
13
this?
to hit.
Misses.
Doesn't hit. Perfect. Andros, a bite towards you.
Yep. Hits.
26. You take 16 piercing and 3 cold.
Holy crap.
It wouldn't. Shadow Andros hasn't actually done anything. Oh, the tribesman is actually just in range. No, he's not. It's 5 feet. Andros, you again. 25.
Yep, that hits.
11 slashing.
Yeah.
As he just starts clawing into Andros. That is then the dragon's turn. Maeve.
Maeve's frightened. So
Yes, let me just look up the effect of frightened real quick.
While you look that up, Olaf also has to make a frightened thing. Just
Yeah.
to do a wisdom roll, I guess.
Yeah.
17. It's actually not frightened.
It succeeds, yeah. So frightened. A frightened creature has disadvantage on ability checks and attack rolls while the source of its fear is within line of sight, and the creature cannot willingly move closer to the source of its fear. So yes. But at the end of your turn, if you are frightened, you can roll again to try and get out of it.
okay.
And it's only DC 14, so it's not massively high.
Well, shaking by fear, Maeve peeks over her ice rock thing that she's hiding
Yep.
behind, and summons the lightning once again to crash down.
Not a problem. What is it? A dex?
Yeah.
It is now a flat roll because it doesn't have anyone pulling it down. 13?
Okay.
I think is a fail.
It's a fail.
Yeah.
And he takes 19 points of lightning.
Okay, he will use a legendary resistance to overcome that and only take half.
Okay.
So it still takes what? 9?
Yes. Is it rounded
Yeah.
down?
Yeah, it's rounded down.
Yeah, 9.
Yeah, so it takes 9 because 19's quite a chunk. That's a lot of damage.
And then Maeve will just like turn around and hide.
Yep.
And cover her ears and like talk to herself. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. And I'll do a wisdom save. Wisdom,
yeah, go
right?
for it. Yeah, wisdom saving throw.
Ah,
Oh, you cannot shake it. That the fear.
Ah.
All you keep hearing in your mind as you crouch down is the howling winds and the screams of the different people being attacked by this dragon. And then in the back of your mind, you just hear,
I smell prey.
as it said that earlier to you, and it's just this instilled fear, and it's just freezing and locking you up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's the end of your
Okay.
turn.
Yeah.
At the end of your turn, it's going to use a legendary action.
Oh well, here we go.
I need Shion. Are you within? Oh no, you're 15 foot away, so you're okay. Ondros, and Ondros's little buddy. I need you to both make dexterity saving throws. please,
Evasion.
as well as.
Reaction.
Okay.
Yeah. It's my
Dexterity
first time ever using it. Yay. Oh.
Well, so you fail, but you take half.
Half either way.
So half of 13 is 6, and you are knocked prone. Then also need Decatha to roll, so it's another check from you, so another dex save.
Nat 20.
Natural 20, which is actually really good for you because it is 6 damage and she's not prone.
Yeah, but
Although technically she's immune to prone.
yeah,
so
well,
yeah.
doesn't she also, like, because it's evasion, meets it, beats it, and doesn't she use my stuff? So wouldn't she not take anything? Because...
You know what? I'll allow that. Yeah, sure. I will say that she does take 0 damage.
0 damage. Thank the
But
Lord.
you are knocked prone.
Okay, I'm prone. Great.
Okay, so you are also prone. Cool. And then the tribal guy, I just need to roll for him because he's going to do really well here. Oh, whoa, hang about. He still fails. Which is 13 damage, so he dies. Cool. You can only move 40 feet. As it lands here. And you see it looking to go for Kellum. Then it is the one tribal guy's turn. Who is absolutely terrified as all of his
Can I
brethren are
just ask
killed.
something?
Yeah?
When it flies away from Ondros, isn't that out of attack of opportunity?
But I used my reaction already for
Yeah,
evasion.
but Decatha is standing.
But the cat is off of me, so it doesn't...
Yeah, Decatha doesn't get an attack.
She's off me, yeah.
That's a good point, because they would have probably all got an attack on it earlier. I'll roll those attacks in a second, just to see if any do hit. They're all at disadvantage anyway, because, like, all but one guy fell over. But I will make those extra attacks. But yeah, it lands here, and then I'll do the tribal guy first. He throws the spear. At disadvantage. Missing. And that's the end of his turn. Then it is Kellum. Oh boy, Kellum. Ah, screw it. Yeah, he's gonna go all out. Okay, you see him run his hand across the blade as you start to see electricity form in his hand, and as it does, you start to see his hair float up ever so slightly and static energy start to form around him as he's channeling this electrical current in his hand, and he holds it out towards the dragon, and he casts Lightning Bolt at 3rd level. As he shoots an arc of lightning through the dragon itself. The dragon gets to make a dex save. Which it succeeds, so it takes half, so it does take 9 points of damage. And then Kellum... That's his action. Holds his ground. Next up is the unicorn, who stands up and was told to distract. Has half movement and runs up towards the dragon. The Reghead Chieftains, he is not feared, so he will run towards the creature and start slamming into it. So he will kapow, missing. Kapow, missing. Great job, guys. +7.
Oh,
+7. You just rolled
no.
bad. Okay. The other one is feared, so cannot move. Oh no, isn't feared but prone. Okay. So So we'll start running this way. Can only move half. We'll dash to here. Okay. At the end of that, Ahad.
All right. Erhard will use the quicken spell.
Okay.
Yeah, use 2 sorcery points to
Well-
make it a bonus action.
We'll change the music to this one as well. I don't know if that's any good, but
Yeah, that should be fine. Yeah. I will cast a slow on him.
you cast slow.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh. Okay. What does it say? Wisdom.
It's a wisdom save, I believe.
15.
It'll be next turn when it takes effect.
I have a 16.
Okay. It will use a legendary resistance to overcome slow.
Wow.
You have used 2 out of its 3.
Oh.
And then I will use Nasser's Mischief with my flute.
Okay. Yeah. Is that a bonus action?
No.
Oh
it's
no,
an
you
action.
quicken spell slow.
I
didn't you?
quickened.
That's
yeah.
right. Yeah. You're good. You're good.
So I have 60 feet range
Yep.
on that. It's a
Go for it.
20-foot cube.
Yep.
So I will create a cube right there
Yep.
on the dragon. And that's a concentration on me.
It certainly is.
And then I roll a d4 for the effect. If I move that out of the way. And I have 4 drops of molasses hover in the cube, making it difficult terrain until the start of your next turn.
Okay.
And then at the end of my turn, I do a wisdom saving throw, right? For the frightened.
Yes, but before you do that, I need a d20 roll, please.
Oh yeah.
Because you did cast slow.
True. 20.
Okay, good job. It's not the other way around. Otherwise, some random effect was going to happen.
Could be helpful.
Well, it could, or it could also be very unhelpful.
All right.
I could just pop out and
Yeah.
be in
So, wisdom
pieces.
saving throw 14 DC.
20.
You succeed as you overcome the fear. Nice. Okay, at the end of your turn, yeah.
What?
End of
Yeah,
your
that
turn?
was the end of my turn because wisdom save.
Brilliant. Okay, I need Andros, Maeve, and everyone else to make a Constitution saving throw for being in its aura at the beginning of the round.
Everyone?
No, Shion is just out. Ahad, you are right on the edge of being out. You are very close to it.
23.
So I'm out. Okay.
Yeah,
But I feel a chill.
it's very cold. Arcturus, you're good. You're miles
Yeah,
away.
yeah, good.
Yeah, you're good. You're good. But that is for Maeve, please. A 14. Okay. DC is, I believe, 17. I'll just double check again. Wow. It is 17. So, Shion, roll me 2d6, please. You want to roll low because this is hurting your allies.
Like someone.
Come on,
Not what-
Shion, you
not
got
what-
it.
Oh my lord.
Okay.
Hey, it's
9
better than
Colt-
Arcturus.
Better than before.
Yeah.
So didn't involve.
The warriors would have lived.
And
I
then
take
I'm just gonna
4?
roll for everyone
Would
else.
still be tied
Yes,
down.
half of 9 is 4.
Okay.
Cheers. And it was Constitution, so Kellum. Let's go, big guy.
Legend.
Okay, then we'll go for the Reghead dudes. We'll go oh no, that's Wisdom. Ignore that one. Oh, it's a nat 20 as well. 9 and 24, so one of them takes 9 damage. The top guy. Okay, and then the unicorn.
Unicorn
You never
somehow.
know. Oh, it's yeah. That takes the full 9. Oh no, wait. What was it? It was
9.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and you take half if you succeed. So that one does take 4. Callum also takes 4. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the veterans. Or should I say, Blade Singers? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One
Gosh.
succeeds.
These guys are rough.
9. They have a lot of hit points though, which is good. 9, and and you 4. And then we roll for the bravest man of them all,
Who?
the tribesman.
I guess the
Sure.
unicorn has to roll again.
Unicorn just rolled.
Yeah.
Oh, it did?
Took
I missed
9.
that, sorry.
How much did you guys take last time? Was it 11?
11.
And this guy succeeded, so he took half. Oh, he... Wait, what's half of 9? 4?
4.
Oh my god, he can just
4.
live. He has to succeed. Come on, tribesman, you're the last man standing. No!
Ah, rip,
The
soldier, rip.
The tribesman freezes and becomes a statue on the ice.
Oh.
Okay, so at the end of that, all the other tribesmen became statues mostly as well. It is the veterans' turns, who will all start to stand up. Oh no. Yeah, they can all stand up, but most of them are feared. And I don't know if they can get any closer. Oh, he can. He's gonna run 40 feet to here. The other guys are all feared. What the hell can they do? Because they're not like Callum. They will all fire heavy crossbows. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all at disadvantage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Every single one of them missing. And then they will all make wisdom saves. 1, 2. That one succeeds. 3, 4, 5. 2 succeed. This guy and this guy. And then this guy that got closer will also fire a crossbow, not disadvantage. 17 unfortunately misses. Okay. That's those guys' turns. Dion, you're up.
As much as it pains me to do so, I'm gonna grab my necklace, crush another one of its beads,
Yep.
and chuck a fireball. Obviously, like more like oh, hang on.
Aiming it for the back end.
Yeah, I can't ping for some reason. Can I ping now? No, I still can't.
Are
ping,
you in
but
a different mode?
Somewhere over here, yeah?
Yeah, somewhere over there.
Not a problem. Yeah, that's fine.
So it's / 8d6, is it?
8d6, that is correct, yeah. As you chuck a ball of fire. And what's the saving throw? What's the DC? I think it's 15? It should say on the
Dex
spell.
save, though?
Yeah, I think it's a deck save.
Blah blah blah. Each creature in a 20-foot radius sphere centered on that point must make a deck saving
the bottom.
throw. It doesn't even.
The bottom of the item.
It's usually at the bottom, yeah. If it doesn't say, I'm going to go with 15 because I feel like that sounds right. Because that's the
Save
same
DC 15, it says.
Oh, does it? Cool.
The necklace of
Perfect.
fireballs.
Yeah. Thank you very much. Okay, so dex save. What did I roll? A 20. So it takes half. So that is a total of 11 fire damage as it does burn its back end and it snarls towards your direction. Is that the end of your turn? That's your action?
Yes, and as a bonus action, I will use my maddening hex on it,
Okay.
which does 5 damage.
5 damage. As, yeah, it gets a little brain freeze sort of thing going on.
Yep.
As it, like, winces. Okay, at the end of your turn, it used...
Onion, very quickly.
Yep.
Did we do the opportunity attacks
No, let
from
me
way
do that
earlier?
now. Let me do that
Because
now.
before they die, it gets very confusing.
Yes, no, it's all good. It was only... Okay, yeah, that's fine. It wouldn't have been any of the tribesmen, because they were all dead beforehand, but the others, yeah.
Mm.
I'll do them real quick. 1, 2, 3... Wow, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's 6 of these guys.
One of the
And the
tribes-
chieftains, right? The chieftains were...
2?
Oh no, they
Two
weren't
with
right next to him. No, never mind.
6. Yes, it's all at disadvantage, but 2 did in fact hit. So I will weaken them. Just attack. Oh, 10 hit points. That's a nice round number. And then, yes, the chieftains, 1 wasn't knocked over, 1 was. So they would have also got also 1 normal damage, a normal hit, nat 20. Nice. Oh, that's big numbers. 21. Let's go. And then the other one was at disadvantage, which would have missed. And I believe that was all of them. Yeah, that's everyone. Because the unicorn can't attack. Cool. Yes, so at the end of your turn, Shion, it would go into Andros' turn. But before Andros gets a turn, it will do a legendary action. Because it's got one left because it used its movement a minute ago. It will tail attack towards one of the chieftains. Oh, that's not what I meant to
The
click.
dragon makes a tail attack. Yay!
17 definitely hits.
What? Oh my
21
lord.
damage as he crushes him into the ice, and then you look up, and then you see Ulfric pushing the tail up and like throws it to the side, and he's like standing, panting, but like covered in blood.
Ooh, poor dude.
As yeah, he's still up.
Yeah.
He's bloodied, but he's still up. Cool. Then it's Andros.
I'll use half my movement to get up.
Yep.
And I'll use what? I have 15 left. I'll use the rest of my 15, and I'm going to back up 15.
Okay.
Having my shadow move with me.
Yeah.
I can do one more back, so I'll be about right here, and then I'm going to take a greater healing potion out, and I'm going to take it.
Okay.
As that's a bonus action for a potion.
It certainly is. Yeah, yeah.
And that is how much again?
Greater is 44 plus 4.
44 plus 4. 9 plus 4, 13.
13, yes.
Not too bad. And then other than that, I'm just gonna fire an arrow.
Go for it.
Missing.
Fortunately missing.
Yeah. And then at the end, I'm gonna yell at her hard. That I'm gonna do it next turn, so try to keep it away from me, the dragon. And I'm going to like start reaching for the dragon arrow.
Okay, go for it. At the end of that, Arcturus, we're just going to get to the dragon's turn, and then I will describe what's happening, and then I think we'll start to look at wrapping up, because it is it's about that time. So yeah, Arcturus, what are you up to?
I'll move a bit to the back, and I'm just gonna trust on my trustworthy Eldritch Blast.
Okay, they are at disadvantage because you are frightened.
Yeah, and that sucks.
Yep.
And
It
that sucks
certainly
even
does,
harder.
because they both miss, unfortunately.
And now I have to do like a wisdom saving throw.
You do, yes, to see
At
if you can
disadvantage.
overcome. At disadvantage because you are exhausted. Oh no, wait,
Exactly.
saving throws don't count, so it's just flat roll.
Cool.
But unfortunately, you are one away from succeeding,
Oh, for fuck's
so
sake.
you are still frightened. And as the fear creeps into the back of your mind, and you see the beast looming, yeah, it's a good job you're measuring, because that's what I was about to do. Yeah, you guys would be in that.
No way. This is just horrible.
I think about there.
Ooh.
Okay.
I'm gonna be in pain, aren't I?
Full thingy.
Yeah, I'm gonna say
That doesn't count as a spell, does it?
nope.
Because slow and stuff.
Nope.
Too bad.
It's not
Andros.
slow, is it?
It's
No,
slow.
it's not.
It's not slow. They use a legendary
Oh no,
resistance.
you used the resistant. You. I knew it hit, but no.
Oh,
resistance.
no, it doesn't, baby.
Oh no.
Okay, everyone within this cone that does include you, Andros, but not your shadow. Your shadow
Oh,
is
includes
out.
me, but not my shadow. Okay.
Correct, 'cause you are within 60 foot of it.
Yep.
I need to make me a Constitution saving throw, please, as you start to see blue energy forming within its mouth as a massive breath weapon breathes shards of ice out towards you all. The DC for this attack is 19. Let's have some fun here. Who hasn't rolled damage for me yet?
Me,
Ah.
Zeb, and Smitty.
Oh no, Maeve. We'll do Maeve.
Oh,
No, we'll do Ahad. Ahad, you raised your hand first. Can you roll me 12d8, please?
Oh, what?
Okay, so I'm dead.
I might be down.
12d8, please. You guys take a fight with a dragon.
I mean, even succeeding, I'm still dead. I got
Slash
38
R
HP.
D 12.
12d8. /R space 12d8. The average is like 40. So.
Oh my gosh.
Please be below average, please.
Okay,
Nope.
it's not.
It's not. I'm down.
Shion, you did succeed though, right?
Yeah, she did.
You take half, which is 30
Still not
points of damage.
Yes.
30 points of cold damage.
Still up.
Andros,
I'm down.
you take 61 points of cold damage.
I'm down.
I now need to roll for a lot of people. Right, Kellum.
You can use your bardic inspiration for the Constitution save.
You
no?
can use a bardic inspiration. You would need to roll a 4.
I have to. So it's a what?
You
D6.
need to roll a 4.
It's a
yes. D6.
You
You
did
have to roll a-
tell.
Yeah.
You did tell.
No, I'm just down.
You did tell Erhard, right? That you want to do this.
Mm-hmm. I did.
Give me 2 secs while I just quickly roll for everyone. So I'm not rolling for the dragon. Why have I got his sheet up? What was it? Kellum. Oh yikes. Okay. Uh-oh. Kellum will cast absorb elements as a reaction. And he will absorb the cold damage element. So why did that roll a thing? That's so dumb. The spell captures some of the incoming damage energy, lessening it for you, storing it for the next melee attack. You have resistance to the triggering damage type. So he will take 30 instead of the 61, because otherwise he would have been down as well. So Kellum is still up, just. Then it will be the chieftains, who will both make saves. Failing. So they both take... Oh my lord, Ulfric, how are you alive? Okay, Ulfric is still up, as is his companion, as they both barely hold on. Then I will roll for the Blade Singers. 1 fail. Fail. 1 Blade Singer dead. 2 Blade Singers dead. 3 Blade Singers dead. 4 Blade Singers dead. 5 Blade Singers dead. 6 Blade Singers dead. The unicorn was technically out of it. But Andros, you fall unconscious, which also means Takatha dissipates. As you are down, and you've used your bardic inspiration. And I think, as the dragon finishes its turn there, that's where we will end tonight's session. As we will find out next week whether or not our heroes manage to defeat this dragon.
TPK!
Or the dragon defeats our heroes. Or maybe some of our heroes don't make it out of this fight alive. So yeah, guys, it's been an absolute pleasure. Let us go round the room as I turn off the aggressive music and we just have the howl of the winds behind us. So, Tim, why don't you take it away? Tell us where they can find you here, and that good stuff.
Yes, you can find me here on this channel, Natural Havoc, on Twitch or on YouTube if you watch in the future. Because I'm a proud daddy now in real life, and yeah, not much streaming at this point. So, Natural Havoc it is.
Awesome. And below Tim, we have Eagle.
Hello.
As we see Andros's body frozen over in parts, one with the ice. But will he live? But where can they find you?
They can find me here, where I'm facing death, apparently, which is crazy. And you can find me on YouTube, where me and the DM and another friend of ours are doing a Pokemon Trio Soul Link, which has been pretty fun. More of that should be coming out Sunday. Another episode drops on Sunday. So yeah, it should be really cool. And yeah, you can find us on all the socials, so make sure you follow all of those. Thank you.
Awesome. And below the slowly dying Andros, we have Smitty. Take it away.
Hello, you can find me here every Friday playing Maeve, half elf druid barbarian. And yeah, the new Zelda game is out, but I haven't got it yet. So stay tuned? Question mark?
Nice. I've looked at a little bit of gameplay. It looks very good. It looks very, very good.
It's like it's rated 97% or something.
Yeah, it does look very, very good. Cool. Right, we'll go to the other side of the screen as we have Erhard, who overcome his fear. But yeah, hasn't taken a point of damage yet, I believe. So he's doing very well.
Yeah, and all his friends are dead. Yeah, I stream. Yeah, sorry. Mondays in the evening, Tuesdays, Wednesdays in the afternoon, and Thursday in the evening, and probably all of next week. CK3 new DLC, tours and tournaments, which is really good because it upgrades all of the events essentially, and has your armies actually moving around on the map and not just, oh, there's an event somewhere and you don't know where it is. And it's pretty cool. So your whole court is moving around and going on hunts and all those things, which actually happened in real life. So it's a really nice addition. So I like it. More of that.
Awesome. Well, yeah, you can find him over there. And above Zeb, we have Lan. Lan, take it away.
Hello, my name is Lan. I've been playing Shion today and losing lots and lots of hit points. No,
Has Shion ever gone down?
Mm-hmm.
yes.
Yep.
Okay, I didn't know if this was nearly a first because I see you're on like what 8 hit points.
Eight hit points, and I
That's
think
not good.
she went down against the sea serpent.
I'm pretty sure.
Oh.
I mean, at one point it grabbed me and it was about to drag me under. I think I was
Yeah,
unconscious
'cause
back then,
me-
but I'm not
yeah.
sure.
Yeah,
Because
I
me
think
and
you're right,
me
I
and
think you're
Maeve went
right.
up to get her up. Yeah.
Yeah. So well, yeah. But yeah, I'm a mommy now in real life, so not much streaming except, of course, here on Fridays, Natural Havoc. I can't wait. Ah! Super excited.
Awesome. And I'm I'm Onion. I do oniony and soupy things wherever I go. And that includes YouTube on my YouTube channel, on the Eagle Outlaws YouTube channel, and Paddy Max's channel, because we do the trio Soul Link that Eagle was talking about earlier. And yeah, did we just upload, was it 15 or 16?
I think it's 16th. I think 15, 16.
16.
It's one of the two.
Yeah, I'm really enjoying it. I think it's a really, really fun
Mhm.
series. We're a little bit ahead of recording, and I will just say there are some spicy things coming up at some point. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy them. But otherwise, you can find me here where I play the Gracious Dungeon Master, where I play white dragons with a murderous intent. So yeah,
Very
have fun with that one. Yes, very gracious DM. But yeah, that is where we're gonna wrap up today. Do we have somewhere to raid out to while we have this somber, blizzarding soundtrack behind us?
Yeah. Someone gave us the recommendation of Robert Hartley GM. Yeah. So that's who we'll be raiding today. So make sure you all do the raid message.
Fantastic. Yeah, if
pop
we
this
can get
up.
those raid messages in
Yeah.
chat, that would be fantastico. And yeah, we'll send on the love over there. So guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you didn't get to watch all of it and you cut halfway through, go check it out on the YouTube. You can do that stuff there. We're always in the Discord. Come and say hello to us. We'd love to hear what you guys think. And you know what? If you have a little bit of D&D knowledge or experience, maybe throw it in the chat as well, because these guys might need it next week. So yeah, guys, much love. Take care, and we will see you on the flip side. Take care.
Bye.